Banksy's Choose Your Weapon is based on a street mural that Banksy painted in 2010 on the outside of a pub in Bermondsey. So this work is a standalone painting of that original street mural, and it's monumental in scale. The detail and the level of skill with the spray can and the way that it's almost three-dimensional, the way that the figure is articulated is just incredible. And you have that great juxtaposition here between his stencil work and Keith Haring's aesthetic, which he's indebted to. Haring himself started working on the streets as kind of a street artist in the 1980s, combining sort of his knowledge of high art with a means to kind of communicate issues of the day and really take a political view of artwork and what artwork can do. Banksy is really taking on that dialogue. So this painting shows Keith Haring's dog, but it juxtaposes it with a very contemporary issue in the UK, which is to do with gang violence and training up dogs such as pit bull terriers and using them as weapons. So the hooded figure, the hooded youth in this painting really does speak to issues of the time to do with gang culture, but it can also be seen as a stand-in for Banksy himself, the anonymous street artist. Nobody knows who he is. And he's holding this heavy chain with this dog at the end, and his weapon dog is Keith Haring's barking dog. So it's almost as though he's saying, you know, art is my weapon. So in the same way that Banksy's used flowers instead of a bomb in his famous piece, Lovers in the Air, it's the same thing that Banksy's doing here. He's thinking about using icons and using imagery as a way to combat or respond to these political situations in a way that fights for democracy, fights for peace, and uses non-violent means to communicate that fight. Choose your weapon.
Executed in 2016, the trip comes from a body of works in which Adrian Ghenie would depict one of his great heroes, the artist Pablo Picasso. The central figure here is based on an iconic photograph of Picasso taken in his Paris studio at the end of the Second World War in 1945. Picasso had last visited Spain in 1934 and actually never went back. The title of the work is then an explicit reference to an imagined trip that Picasso took. A trip where he returned to Spain having completed Guernica, one of his most celebrated works. His eyes are bloodshot. There are deep red pockets directly under his eyes. The great artist feels like a Frankenstein figure pulled out of Ghenie's subconscious, forced to confront the horrors that he depicted so famously. And in this work we see a synthesis of many of his great influences, not least the subject, Pablo Picasso, but also if you look in the upper register, for instance, we have these passages that recall Gerhard Richter's abstract painting. Looking further down, we see debts to Francis Bacon in these chops of white and of colour in the face. Along the bottom, a grounding device which would have been familiar to the post-impressionists such as Cézanne. These slabs of pavement generate a perspectival shift, where the rest of the ground appears tilted upward. The painting is this sort of explosion of colour and texture, and Ghenie is so technically talented and so technically proficient. It feels as though Ghenie has pulled apart the image and then smashed it back together. This is a fractured image that's been moved into a consolidated whole. A portion of Ghenie's practice is based on this idea of historical what-ifs, historical reimaginings and reinterpretations of what could have happened. I think in many ways Ghenie's practice is allied to painters in the wake of the Second World War in Germany. Thinking of Gerhard Richter or Georg Baselitz, Sigmar Polke, Anselm Kiefer, these are all artists who sought to grapple with the legacy of the Second World War in terms of a collective cultural psyche. And Ghenie, who was born in 1977 in Romania, was brought up in a country in thrall to the communist dictatorship of Nicolae Ceausescu. Ghenie is all too aware of the power of ideologies, of the power of dictatorships, and reflects the presence of these ideas in contemporary society as well. This work is a statement about the power of art to constitute resistance, and I think that in this contemporary moment, it is pivotal that we remember what's come before. And Ghenie draws attention to these precedents that we saw throughout the 20th century, which is so easily made to feel so far away, and yet feel very resonant today.
Seamlessly interweaving text, found imagery, and art historical references. Kerry James Marshall's Beauty Examined from 1993 is a pivotal example of the artist's revolutionary practice. Marshall's monumental scene takes inspiration from Rembrandt's Baroque classic anatomy lesson of Dr. Nicholas Tulp from 1632, in which a surgeon shows a cadaver's arm in an anatomy lesson. Unlike Rembrandt's narrative representation, Marshall's nameless black woman gazes out blankly, exposed to the omnipresent gaze of the audience. Marshall's handling of the figure, and in particular his depth manipulation of perspective and foreshortening of space, also recalls Mantegna's Lamentation of Christ from 1480, in which Christ's feet appear almost to reach out and invite the audience in. While many of Marshall's paintings celebrate black culture by representing the black figure at lively picnics or in playgrounds, Beauty Examined tackles a heavier discourse, addressing and critiquing Eurocentric beauty standards to which black women remain subjected. Diagrams of the human skeleton, heart, uterus, and other organs are affixed throughout the composition, reminiscent not only of torn pages from a medical textbook, but also of Leonardo da Vinci's famous anatomical studies. The dissected arm also recalls Jean-Michel Basquiat's famous anatomical iconography, which included abstracted skulls and masks in striking configurations. Seen alongside the red Exhibition A text, the composition serves as an eerie reminder of the pseudo-scientific case studies and ethnographic exhibitions of black bodies throughout Western colonial history. The woman lies encircled by a bed of roses, which invoke the commemorative funerary flowers of Virgil, while calling to mind Cy Twombly's famous corpus of blossom paintings. Marshall pointedly illuminates the menacing irony behind the maxim, "Beauty is only skin deep," by inscribing the aphorism alongside the subject's flayed arm. He illustrates the shared internality present under skin that invokes such cruelty and ridicule. Executed in 1993, Beauty Examined marks an ambitious shift in the scale and subject matter of Marshall's artwork in the early 1990s, and declares the arrival of his mature artistic project, revising the canon of Western art history and countering the glaring absence of the black figure within it. Marshall's poignant commentary, by working to reshape the visual canon and expand contemporary culture enlightenment, reverberates with force and fury.
My practice is very much about defining this black canon of thinking and how it exists in plain sight, how transformative something like hip-hop. It's not just a moment in time, it's an art. Fashion, streetwear, painting, and graffiti. These are objects on Earth, and so I love that sort of compare and contrast. It starts to open up new doors.
We're really thrilled to be presenting at Sotheby's this May one of Virgil Abloh's greatest works, which is his desk from the Efflorescence series produced in 2019. Virgil was a creator for our times, a visionary. From a background in architecture and engineering, this took him effortlessly through fashion, streetwear and sneakers into music, furniture design, architecture, sculpture and painting. Virgil believed that creativity is what drives our culture forward, and his special alchemy was to operate in a space of absolute freedom. Famously, he brought Caravaggio into streetwear, and everywhere he went, he collapsed differences and squashed hierarchies and bridged very different worlds. When he became creative head for menswear at Louis Vuitton in 2018, Virgil re-energized the brand, bringing the street into the storied and historic world of couture. Just as Virgil's work with Nike rethought the sneaker as modern sculpture, here he takes the desk and rethinks it so we come at it as something fresh and new. In many ways, this extraordinary piece embodies his practice as a whole. What Virgil did was often to take existing objects and to recombine them in new and exciting and thoughtful ways. In the Efflorescence series, what he did was to bring the street into the home. This is a work which is created out of cast concrete, the material, literally, of the streets, the canvas of Keith Haring and of Jean-Michel Basquiat. This piece reimagines the city as a sculpture. Virgil takes the raw urban material and he transforms it in a very organic, curved way, bringing it to life with this hot pink and electric blue unique graffiti that he sprays onto the concrete. Efflorescence, the name for this body of work, is a kind of chemical flowering, and he talked about the way that the urban environment was a magnet for this kind of vivid graffiti, the way that a brightly colored flower might bloom on the sidewalk. Virgil viewed his own work really as the tip of the iceberg, and his true legacy is about inspiring future generations of creatives. He believed firmly in the power and agency of art to transform social inequities, and the sale of the Efflorescence desk will benefit the Virgil Abloh Foundation. The desk is both a work of art and a functional object, and Virgil really saw no difference between the two.
Art and design for my brain, they literally don't go into two different buckets. Blurring the lines actually gives strength to my work. As a creator of contemporary art in today's society, I feel like there's a renaissance potential within our generation. Tastes are shifting. What society values is shifting. Constructs that were seen impossible are possible.
This piece occupies a very special position within Virgil's oeuvre, and this summer, the Figures of Speech exhibition, which began at the Museum of Contemporary Art in Chicago, will be on view at the Brooklyn Museum of Art.
would like my pictures to look as if a human being had passed between them. Like a snail, leaving a trail of the human presence, a memory trace of past events, as the snail leaves its slime. I believe that realism has to be reinvented. It has to be continuously reinvented, 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 reinvented. This is the only possible way the painter can bring back the intensity of the reality which he is trying to capture. I've had a very unfortunate life. Time doesn't heal. But you concentrate on something which was an obsession. An obsession. An obsession.
Untitled from 1969 is a monumental and complex example of Cy Twombly's celebrated Blackboard paintings, among the most powerful and lyrical works of his career. Created between 1966 and 1971, Twombly's Blackboards were a distinct shift from his Baroque paintings of the early 1960s. He abandoned the emotive use of color and returned to his monochromatic roots, embarking on a cycle of gray canvases with scrawling loops in rhythmic repetition that are reminiscent of chalk on a blackboard. Though evocative of written language, Twombly's calligraphy is more painterly than lingual. It is a visual language that has neither syntax nor logic. In Untitled, spontaneous coils surge across the work, edge to edge, with dynamism, electricity, and poetic force. Notice how the topmost lines demonstrate a certain level of tight restraint, while towards the bottom of the frame they begin to loosely unravel. The lassoed bands appear to roll across the surface like aquatic currents, the white bands erased, overdrawn, and intertwined against the smoky gray background. Untitled was created shortly after Twombly returned to New York, having lived and worked on and off in Rome, where he first conceived of the iconography of this series, no doubt inspired by the ancient graffiti he saw on Roman ruins. But New York and its artistic scene at the time is evidence in the painting's gritty, cool expression. With the Blackboard series, Twombly is clearly engaging in a dialogue with his contemporaries, recalling the minimalist pursuits of artists such as Frank Stella, while the dynamic mark-making signals the energy of action paintings of Jackson Pollock. The pattern of voluminous loops also recalls the forced repetition of the Palmer handwriting method, which Twombly practiced. Untitled embodies all the tension between legibility and abstraction, gesture and expression that lies at the heart of Twombly's extraordinary practice. Through its medium and method, it invokes the uninhibited liveliness of childlike expression, as well as the primitive graphic qualities that harken back to prehistorical cave paintings and other modes of prelingual expression. As the artist himself has stated, My art has evolved out of the interest in symbols abstracted, but nevertheless humanistic. Formal as most arts are in their archaic and classic stages, and a deeply aesthetic sense of eroded or ancient surfaces of time. Teeming with pure artistic brilliance, Untitled stands as a testimony to Twombly's groundbreaking aesthetic.
Grand Canyon 2 is a quintessential example of David Hockney's mastery of the American landscape. It's such a vibrant encapsulation of his career-long experimentation with perspective. The work belongs to a series of shaped canvases that revisit some of Hockney's most notable subjects, which include Nichols Canyon, East Yorkshire, and of course, the Grand Canyon. It was also notably featured in the blockbuster traveling retrospective of the artist's work at the Pompidou in Paris. Hockney's landscapes and his portrayals of the Grand Canyon in particular offer a fascinating glimpse into the evolution of his artistic practice. His determination to harness the canyon's transcendent and awe-inspiring magnanimous beauty has placed these works among the greatest depictions of the American landscape in the 20th and the 21st centuries. Hockney visited the Grand Canyon for the first time in 1982, and his earliest treatments of the subject used photo collage. These Polaroids, pieced together to form multi-dimensional images, were a way for Hockney to look at the expansive panorama with a sense of layered depth. In 1998, inspired by the work of the landscape painter Thomas Moran, who captured the canyon's majesty on a very grand scale, Hockney executed a bigger Grand Canyon. Painted in vibrant color on 60 canvases, the assembled grid captures the landscape's grandeur while formally asserting the artist's role in the image's creation. In Grand Canyon 2, the act of looking and inserting ourselves into the painted space is as much the subject as the canyon itself. As with his earlier photo collages and painted assemblages, Hockney shaped canvases, often with the lower left and right corners cut on a diagonal, demonstrate his enduring fascination with the manipulation of artistic perspective. The work's atypical shape emphasizes the multidimensionality of the painted space. Here, a viewer has the experience of reverse perspective, an inversion of the single vanishing point where lines diverge against the horizon. The painting's hexagonal shape also recalls the historic form of an amphitheater, a metaphor that comes as no surprise given Hockney's work with theater sets. As viewers, we are positioned as if standing on the edge of the canyon, the world's natural stage. Hockney is the consummate stage director, using the composition's imposing shape and free-wheeling sightlines to expand our perspective while simultaneously drawing us into the painting and onto the precipice. Through Grand Canyon 2, we are invited to share in Hockney's perspective as he reveals and translates the sublime through this most iconic of American landscapes.
Painted in 1967, Sigmar Polke's Hausa front perfectly exemplifies his subversive approach and parodic commentary on consumer society in post-war Germany. This painting marks the beginning of Polke's explorations into the banality of social reality and image making. Using his painstaking raster daub technique, here we see Polke's interpretation of the Plattenbau buildings that had popped up all over Germany in the 1960s. The Plattenbau apartment blocks were Germany's solution to provide inexpensive housing. Built on a massive scale, these dreary apartment blocks reshaped the country's built environment, and by 1990, 3 million Plattenbau compounds were built across the country. Their goal was to fulfill housing shortages, and their motto was an apartment for everyone. Sparsely decorated with trees, the frontal view of the Plattenbau dissolves before the viewer's eyes as the raster dots oscillate and undermine the whole image, forming into another plane of reality. Polke painted Hausa front in grayscale, lying over the canvas and using a tiny paintbrush applying pressure to create his monochromatic depth, marking the painting as a work of manual labor. This technique permeates the work with a certain roughness that echoes the bomb-wrecked landscape of post-war Europe. It is crucial to capturing the political weight held within raster-built paintings, a stark contrast to the glossy superficiality of the American dream and its replication by artists such as Lichtenstein and Warhol. In the 1960s, Polke's work galvanized not just West Germany, but the entire landscape of post-war painting. He aligned with contemporaries like Gerhard Richter, Manfred Kuttner, and Konrad Loog, and together they founded the capitalist realism movement, which straddled Germany's state-sponsored style of socialist realism and the subversive nature of pop art. Throughout his career, Polke infused his work with the weight of German socio-economic context and its history. Hausa Front exemplifies his spirit of radical experimentation as it offers a glimpse into this seminal stage of Polke's development as a painter.
Ed Ruscha's Cold Beer, Beautiful Girls is one of the ultimate icons and defining images of his body of work. This image represents the artist's unique capacity to portray desire and its manifestation within American popular culture and visual imagination. The enticing phrase is filled with promise, recalling the opening of a Hollywood black and white film or an advertisement of the 60s and the 70s. Ruscha's Cold Beer, Beautiful Girls is a seductive and triumphant treatise on the nature of consumer culture. It's enigmatic, ironic, and sexy, imbued with a nostalgia that becomes Ed Ruscha's own unique take on American idealism. The image is a commentary on the endless promise that the phrase evokes, an image that is seared into the American imagination, almost as the best-known images of American pop art. The painting is a tribute to the artist's beloved California, exemplary of Ruscha's most celebrated paintings in which image and text coexist in a seductive composition. Since the 60s, Ed Ruscha has continuously immortalized his home of LA, more broadly the West Coast, through his unique brand of pop art. In Cold Beer, Beautiful Girls, Ruscha renders a subtle skyline along the bottom of the composition, orienting his viewers in an abstracted yet distinctly West Coast landscape. The tension between specificity and abstraction that Ruscha achieves here echoes that of the text, which teeters between familiarity and illusion. His portrayal in this painting of classic Americana parallels Warhol's trademark Coca-Cola bottles and Campbell's soup cans, or Roy Lichtenstein's comic book blondes. The text is taken from a billboard in Southern California. Here, the present work really evokes Ruscha's passion for the great American landscape, which remains his eternal inspiration and muse. In the painting, Ruscha's words transcend their original context. The phrase is stripped of its original location, really causing the viewer to contemplate the power of language. It really captures the very essence of Ruscha's style, which distinguishes Ruscha not only as a trailblazing pop artist of the West Coast, but really an eternal purveyor of all American cool.
As someone who's known the collection for 3 decades now, and also knew that it really was off the map for the world of collecting, to experience the collection as a whole. This is the first time they're going to be seen as a group. This is the first time Hardy's vision and eye and dedication and commitment to this moment of time in German art, with its nod to neo-expressionism. It's really an extraordinary moment, and one that we're privileged to be able to share in the exhibition and in the sale before his collecting legacy finds new homes. Sotheby's is thrilled and honored to be offering the collection of Hardy Beloff, beginning with our contemporary art evening and day sales on May 19th and 20th, highlighted by a wonderful group of works by artists such as Georg Baselitz, Anselm Kiefer, John Chamberlain. Hardy was a very private collector, not known by many people in the art world, so this is going to be a wonderful occasion for his love and dedication of the art to become known by the wider public.
Firstly, in subject and in medium, this is a group of works that represents not only a completely novel market moment, not only a retrospective of the artist, but quite simply one of the greatest groups of Baselitz works in private hands. 2 works on canvas, 1 sculpture and 1 work on paper together constitute a retrospective of Baselitz's entire oeuvre, on the heels of the artist's largest retrospective, which closed recently at the Centre Pompidou and in fact included the sculpture from the Women of Dresden series. These 4 works are all rooted in the same concern, which is the psychological and almost physical impact of the legacy of the Second World War. They are about the ground itself of Germany, which is marked with its history and is imbued with that guilt. Baselitz was born in a small village just outside Dresden. He was 7 by the time the Second World War ended and came of age as an artist at the end of the 1950s. Like many of his contemporaries, Baselitz was frustrated by not the excusing of Germany's actions during the Second World War, but its excision from their history. He saw his contemporaries working in an abstract vein, inspired by the New York painters, creating works that ignored the elephant in the room, the legacy of the Second World War. In many ways, Baselitz is the successor to the Neue Sachlichkeit artists, artists who in the wake of the First World War, such as Otto Dix and George Gross, sought to portray the reality of Germany in the wake of defeat. Like those artists, Baselitz removes the romance from his work, but is contending also with the legacy of Nazism, not solely of having lost a war, but having been so clearly on the wrong side of it. Baselitz's heroes are his most celebrated body of work. The heroes are defeated soldiers in the wake of the Second World War. In this, we see a wounded soldier slumped against a tree, bleeding from the arm, and the tree literally bleeding on top of him. The present work stands as one of the great hero paintings, many of which are already housed in institutional collections. It was included in the 1995 Traveling Guggenheim retrospective, in the Royal Academy's show in London in 2007, and most recently at the Städel in Frankfurt in 2016. The present work is one of 11 female heads from one of Baselitz's most acclaimed sculptural series, The Women of Dresden, a group of monumental busts that commemorate the famous rubble women who carted away the ruins of the Second World War stone by stone. Dresden, the city closest to where Baselitz grew up, was heavily bombed in the last few months of the war, and it's come to be seen as a symbol of resilience and recovery in the wake of that trauma. If Michelangelo freed his figures from marble, Baselitz cuts them out. The resulting work is scarred. It has been slashed, it's been cut, it's been incised. It bears the legacy of the process of its creation. Baselitz first inverted the figure in 1969. It wasn't until the 1980s and the commencement of his most famous series of inverted figures, the Drinkers and the Orange Eaters, that he really mastered the device. The works are a literal upending of the figurative tradition. Approaching the work, we have to mentally invert the image in order to read this woman set against a striking cadmium yellow background, raising a frothing glass of liquid to her violently red lips. Like Baselitz, Kiefer is subverting German folkloric traditions, which had been co-opted by the Nazis for patriotic and nationalistic purposes. In the present work, he associates the character of Wayland, the blacksmith, with this ravaged, barren landscape, the tools of his trade literally affixed to the surface of the painting. These works together articulate the trajectory of one of the most important creators of the post-war period. It is our honor to present them at auction this May at Sotheby's, as they together constitute one of the most important collections of post-war German art currently housed in America.
In what is probably the most famous depiction of the biggest superstar by the original superstar artist, Andy Warhol's Elvis is a historic paradigm of pop art from a breathtaking moment in art history. By the summer of 1963, 34-year-old Andy Warhol was beginning to transform the landscape of American visual culture. The previous year, he had perfected his silkscreen technique, and his obsession with the cult of celebrity led to images of icons such as Marilyn Monroe, Jackie Kennedy, Elizabeth Taylor, Marlon Brando, and of course, Elvis Presley. At the time, the 28-year-old Elvis was a cultural phenomenon, the subject of almost religious fervor for his worshipping fans. This kind of global sensation presented a perfect subject for Andy Warhol. Elvis from 1963 captures the king of rock and roll with devastating intimacy and efficiency, rendered on a scale that is physically larger than life. Warhol's source image was a color publicity still for the Western film Flaming Star, where Presley poses as a gunslinger. In this way, we're not only presented with all of Elvis, man and legend, but we're also confronted with the specter of death, staring at us down the barrel of a gun. Warhol was undoubtedly drawn to Elvis's impressive trinity of fame as a musician, actor, and sex symbol. And his depiction here displays not so much the ambition to record a physical likeness, but more his love affair with the glamour of celebrity and the drama of violence. Here, we are confronted by a towering figure, familiar to us, yet it's playing a role entirely at odds with the singer's renowned love songs. The fact that we might not even question why Elvis is pointing a gun rather than a guitar speaks to his overwhelming power, and of Warhol's own ability to test the limits of the popular visual vernacular. Warhol was interested in movie stars above all else because they most closely represented mass culture. As with Marilyn, Liz, and Marlon Brando, he instinctively understood Elvis as not only a celebrity, but a brand, an industrialized construct designed for mass consumption, not unlike a Coca-Cola bottle or a Campbell soup can. Elvis offered Warhol the biggest brand of all. Warhol projects his subject on a silver surface, a treatment also used for his most celebrated muses. The synthetic metallic paint becomes allegory for the manufacture of the Elvis product, while at the same time it denotes the glamour of the silver screen and the attractive fantasies of cinema. By harnessing the foundation of Western popular culture, the birth of the cool, rock and roll, and unashamed sex appeal, Elvis celebrates a subject that permeated mass consumer consciousness like no other, and as such is a principal icon of Warhol's art and an indisputable icon for our age.
In 1971, Francis Bacon is already a superstar. Only Pablo Picasso had a show of retrospective at the Grand Palais. He's the second artist to get that attention from the French government. To have your own retrospective at the Grand Palais, this is the biggest statement you can have as an alive artist at the time. We are selling the famous second version of Polke 1962. This is one of those dreams that, every auction expert is dreaming of bringing to auction. A great story because Bacon is asked in 1970 to do a retrospective at the Grand Palais. At the time, the owner of the 1962 Pope refused to loan the painting to the show. So he makes this incredible move and decides to paint the second version. The show has a crazy story also because George Dyer, which is painted in that picture facing the Pope, will unfortunately commit suicide the day before the opening. George Dyer was Francis Bacon's ultimate love story. The very best painting that Francis will paint will be Portrait of George Dyer. His relationship with George was so beautiful, I think it reflects in his work. And that picture will also be the last Pope that Bacon will ever paint. The Pope for Francis is your father figure, but there's also a picture of power, of authority. When you look at this painting, the Pope facing the portrait of George, it's also a self-portrait of Francis looking at George. The painting is organized very much like the 1962 version of the Pope. So you've got this Pope figure central in the picture, which is on an angle which is not facing the viewer. Francis is having a portrait of George in a mirror-like composition and nearly in conversation with the Pope. It's the same composition, it's the same red, it's the same circling around, but the presence of George brings a complete different atmosphere, but also a complete different composition in a way. When you look at pictures of that caliber and that importance, the artist makes a decision when to stop and not to stop. Clearly, he wanted that canvas to have some areas unpainted, which is very classical of 1969, 1970 up to 1974, to have unpainted area, refocus the spectator to the center subject. What's important in that picture is the balance between the Pope and the portrait of George and the relationship these two are having. Bacon is not an easy artist. He's not trying to do pretty things with a sunset. Bacon is painting portraiture in a way that has never been done before. It's very much humankind, creation. That's what Bacon is about. Looking at you the same way you look at Bacon, and you're going to create your moment with him. It's very unique.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to Sotheby's New York. My name is Michael Macaulay, and it is my great pleasure to be presenting the now evening sale as your auctioneer. Already this week, we've witnessed a succession of remarkable results at Sotheby's, including the extraordinary new auction record for the historic Abloh collection. Tonight's The Now auction comprises the most thrilling and coveted art from our current era, including exceptional works by Kerry James Marshall, Julie Moretu, Adrian Ghenie, Avery Singer, and very many more. Tonight also marks a very significant moment in auction history. For the first time in a top-level sale of this kind, works by female artists presented on this platform outnumber those by male artists. We're thrilled that this embodies one of the absolutely vital recalibrations we've witnessed in recent years. Following the Now auction, I will hand over to my colleague Oliver Barker, who will be your auctioneer for the contemporary evening auction. We are very pleased to present both auctions this evening in partnership with the French fashion house and luxury goods house, CELINE. A few housekeeping notes. As your auctioneer, I may open the bidding on any lot by placing a bid on behalf of the seller. I may bid by placing responsive or consecutive bids for a lot up to the amount of the reserve. As noted in the conditions of business for buyers, everything is sold under the authenticity guarantee and on an as-is basis. Additionally, the winning bidder will be responsible for state and local taxes where applicable, unless you are exempt from these by law. Buyer's premium and overhead premium will be added to the hammer price of each lot offered, and applicable sales tax will be due on the aggregate of the three figures as part of the total purchase price payable. For those who are intending to bid, please note that in addition to the guarantees and irrevocable bids already noted in our printed catalogues, there is a further irrevocable bid on the following lot, 28. Please note too that the following lot has been withdrawn, lot 19. And now let us begin. Opening here with lot 1, the sensational, immaculately executed Falling Woman by New York-based Anna Wyant, showing as viewed and on the easel here, in fact, to my right. And I can start here with some interest, so I'm starting already here at 120, 130, 140, 150, 160. At 300,000, I took it already with Ashcan at 300, 320, 350 with, who's at 380? 400 with Ashcan already, 450. 500 with Yin at 500, 550. I took it with Lisa, in fact, at 550 with Lisa, not yours, Fergus. It's at 550 with Lisa Dennison, all on this side of the room, at 550,000. In the room there at 600, at 600 now, at 600. 650 back with Lisa, 700 in the room at 700 now. 750 back with Lisa at 750. He'll say 800. 800 in the room. I see you now, sir. Thank you. 800, it's yours. 850 back here with Lisa. 900 still in the room. The gentleman seated. 950 with you, Lisa. Between the two of you, 1 million. Thank you, sir. At 1 million. Gentleman seated in the room at $1 million then, against the rest of you on the phones. It's at $1 million. It's yours, sir, at $1 million. Is there any advance from the phones? 1-1. Thank you, David Rothschild, on my left. 1-2. Straight back at you, David. At 1-2 now. Gentleman seated at 1-2. At 1,200,000. Any advance against 1-2? At 1,200,000. Ashcan, coming back. At 1,200,000. At 1,200,000. David, it's at $1,200,000.
125.
At 1,250,000. I'll take it. Thank you, David. At 1,250,000. We've come this far. It's at 1 million. 1.3 is bid online now at 1.3. It's against you, sir. It's against you, David. It's at 1,300,000. With the online bidder then at 1,300,000. Any advance against 1.3? It's at $1,300,000 with the online bidder at 1.3. At 1,300,000. Are we going on, David, at 1.3? I'll take 50. At 1,300,000. Are you out, sir? Quite sure. Thank you very much for your bids. At 1,300,000 then, are we all through? Against the rest of you on the phones. Felix, you coming in? At 1,300,000. David, last chance, shaking your head. At $1,300,000 then. Against the rest of you in the room and on the phones, selling at the moment to the online bidder, fair warning, for $1,300,000. Sold. Congratulations, that goes to paddle 40, and that is a new auction record for the artist. Next we have lot 2. Night fell up on us by the LA artist Christina Qualls, whose work is, of course, currently on view at the Venice Biennale to spectacular acclaim. And I'm going to start here at only 420, 450, 480, 500, 550 only at 550, 600 with Lucis. We say 650 yen, 650 with Yin at 650 ahead of you at 650 with Yin, 700 with Felix at 700 Yen, 750 with Lisa in a new place ahead of you both at 750 with Lisa. How much? 800 over to Brooke Lampley at 800,000. 850 took it with Felix first. 900 back to you, Peter. Brooke, you coming back? It's at 900 with Peter Kloman. 950 with you, Yin. It's an avalanche of bids. 1 million. I took it with Brooke first at 1 million. At $1 million with Brooke Lampley here on my right, ahead of you all at $1 million. It's yours, Brooke, for now. 1-1 with Alex Branchik at 1,100,000. At 1-1. 1-2. Peter was just ahead of you. 1-3. Straight back at you with Alex at 1-3. Peter or Brooke? Who would like 1-4? It's at 1-3. 1-4 with Brooke. 1-5 with Alex at 1-5. No hesitation there at all from Alex Branchik at 1,500,000. At 1,500,000. 1-6 with Peter. Thank you. At 1-6. 1-7. At 1-7 ahead of you online. It's at 1-7 with Alex Branchik. 1-8 with Fergus Duff. 1-9 with Alex. 2 million with Peter. Ahead of you again, Brooke. I'm sorry. At $2 million. 2-2 with Alex. At 2 million 2. With Alex at 2,200,000. Ahead of you, Peter, Brooke, and Fergus. It's at 2,200,000. And you online at 2,200,000. Eddie Advance against 2,200,000. Peter, Brooke, Fergus, online, in the room. 2-3. Certainly, we've come this far. You are so nicely. Thank you very much, Peter. It's yours at 2,300,000. 2-4. Back with Alex at 2,400,000 with Alex Branchik. Don't be intimidated, Peter. It's at 2,400,000 with Alex Branchik. Will you say 2-5? At 2,400,000. Still with Alex, not yours, Peter, for now. At 2-4. 2,400,000. Against the rest of you then, with Alex Branchik's telephone bidder. Fair warning. 2-5 with David Rothschild. Ahead of you, Peter. Alex, 2-6. At 2-6. Back to you, David. Will you say 2-7? At 2,600,000. Still with Alex. Not blinking on this one. It's at 2,600,000. Are we going on, David? I'll hold for a minute. But I have to be fair. At 2,600,000 with Alex Branchik's bidder. Will you say 2-7? I'm going to say fair warning then. Still with Alex Branchik. 2-7. Alex. 2-8. Thank you very much. 2,800,000 then. Back to Alex. David. At 2,800,000. It's not yours for now. At 2,800,000. At 2,800,000, David. Fair warning then. It's still with Alex. 2-9. 3 million. His characteristic lack of hesitation with Alex Branchik at $3 million. At $3 million then. If anyone in the room would like to come in, feel free. It's at $3 million. Still with Alex Branchik. At $3 million. David. Try 3-1. At $3 million. Fair warning then. I am going to sell it to Alex and his telephone bidder. 3-1. At 3-1 now. This is longer than usual, Alex. It's at 3,000,001. 3,200,000. Thank you very much. At 3-2. Back to Alex then at 3,200,000. At 3-2. Dave. 3,200,000. Will you say 3-3? At 3,200,000. I don't think of you as somebody giving up. 3-3. Back to you, Brooke. Thank you very much. Breaking the stalemate at 3,300,000. Alex, you going on? It's at 3-3 with Brooke Lampley. At 3,300,000. David, Alex. 3-4. Back to Alex. At 3-4. At 3,000,004. Brooke. would you like to go on? At 3,400,000. Still with Alex. Not yours, David. Not yours, Brooke. At 3,400,000 then. This is lot 2. Fair warning. And I will sell it. 3.5. Back to you, David. 3.5. At 3,500,000. Alex, Brooke. At 3.6. Thank you, Brooke. 3.6. Would you like to try 3.8, David? It's at 3,600,000 with Brooke. 3.6. With Brooke Lampley here on my right at 3,600,000. Any further advance from you, David, or you, Alex, or indeed anyone else? It's at $3,600,000. With you, Brooke. Fair warning. And I'm going to sell it then to Brooke for $3,600,000. 3.7. 3,700,000 against you, Brooke. At 3,700,000. At 3,700,000. Is that a shake of the head, Brooke? At 3,700,000. Here with David then. Fair warning. Got to be fair to everybody. Last chance. I'm selling it to David Rothschild for $3,700,000. So congratulations, David. That goes to paddle 51. And again, that is a new artist record at auction. Which brings us, we turn now to lot 3, the serene and quietly commanding sculpture Birmingham by Simone Lee, winner, of course, of the Golden Lion in Venice this year. And I have some interest. I can start already at 120, 130, 140, 150 already. Sorry, is it? Say that again. How much? 300,000. 300,000. 300,000 with Isabel Parkman at 300,000. 3.5. 3.8. 380,000. 420,000 with you, David. Thank you at 420. 450. I took it with David Rothschild. 500,000. I took it with Fergus. Thank you, sir. 550. Have 550. Gentleman seated at 550. 600. Over to you, Kathleen, at 600. Sorry, 650. Thank you, sir. 650. At 650. Who's coming in at 700? 700 with David. 750. 900. 900. 950. At 950. Back to you, Lisa. It's at 950 with Lisa Dennison's telephone bidder. 1,200,000. Are you sure, sir? Thank you very much anyway. At 1,200,000. It's yours, Lisa. At 1,200,000. At 1,200,000. Then against you, David. Against you, Kathleen. 1,250,000. With Gregoire at $1,250,000 then. Lisa. Should we jump the bid again? At 1,250,000. It's not yours for now. At 1,250,000 on the near phone. With Gregoire Bio at 1,250,000. Fergus, you thinking about it? 1.4. Yes, you will jump the bid. Thank you very much indeed. 1.4. Greg, what's your response? It's at 1,400,000 here with Lisa Dennison. 1,450,000. At 1,450,000. At 1,450,000. Lisa. You can bid for 1.5. 1.5. Thank you very much indeed. 1,500,000. Is that a bid? 1,550,000. 1,550,000 then. 1.6. 1,650,000. 1,700,000. 1,750,000. That's not a bid. I'm guessing that's not a bid. Thank you very much indeed for your bids anyway. At 1,750,000, then it's with Gregoire Bio on my right here. Against the rest of you in the room, feel free to come in. At 1,750,000, fair warning, and I'm selling, last chance, to you, Greg, for $1,750,000. Sold. Congratulations, your paddle is 61, and again, that is an artist record for the artist at auction. Moving on, we have lot 4, Jennifer Packer's Fire Next Time, included in her recent retrospective at the Whitney and the Serpentine. This is her auction debut and one of her largest paintings to date. And I am going to begin the bidding here at only 380,000, at 380, 400, 420,000, 450, 480,000 only, at 480, at 480,000. Any advance against 480,000? 500,000, thank you, Lisa. I have 550 ahead of you at 550. 550 is ahead of you already, Brooke. At 550, 600, took it with Mercedes first, in fact. At 600, it's with Mercedes telephone bidder, ahead of you all. 650, took it here with Lucius. It's 700, thank you, that's more like it at 700. Will you say 750? 750 with Lucius. 800 with Mercedes at 800. At 800. 850 back here with Lucius. At 850. $850,000. 900,000 with you, Lisa, at 900. At 900,000. 950 back to you, Lucius. At 950,000. Should we make it a round number, Lisa? 950. 1 million. 1,100,000. At 1,100,000. Lisa, we're going on. It's at 1,100,000. At $1,100,000 for the Packer. At 1,200,000, welcome online. Thank you very much indeed for your bid. At 1-2 against you with the online bidder then, Lucius. 1-3, back to you. Ahead of you now online. It's at 1,300,000. Bid here at Sotheby's, New York at 1-3. Would you like 1-4? At 1,300,000 with Lucius Elliott on the telephone with his client at 1-3. At 1,300,000. Are we coming back online? Fair warning then. At 1,300,000, Alex. 1,000,003. At 1-4, back online. Thank you very much indeed. Lucius. 1-5. Back to you online. It's at 1,500,000 here at Sotheby's. 1-5. At 1,500,000. Still with Lucius. At 1,500,000. Alex. At 1,500,000. Are we all through? I'll take it once, Alex, at $1,550,000. 1,550,000. Back to you, Lucius, at 1,550. 1-6. At 1,000,006. Try 1-7, Alex. At 1,600,000. At 1,600,000 then, against the rest of you in the room, online, come back now if you're ever going to, at 1,600,000. Still with you, Lucius. 1-7, thank you very much, that's more like it. Thank you, Alex, at 1-7. Thank you very much for your bid. At 1-7. Lucius, will you say 1-8? At 1,700,000 with Alex Brenchuk. I gave it to him, so I gave it to you. 1,750. At 1,750,000. Alex, will you say 1-8? Can't say less than 1-8. At 1,750,000, it's not yours for now. 1,000,008. 1,800,000. Lucius? At 1,800,000 then, against you in the room, against you online, 1,850,000. Alex? 1,850,000. Not yours. Would you like 1-9? 1-9. Lucius, at 1,900,000, it's not yours for now. At 1,900,000 then, shake of the head, you're quite sure, fair warning then, last chance, I am going to sell it then to Alex Branchik's telephone bidder for $1,900,000. So, congratulations, that is paddle 119. Thank you very much indeed. And being her debut, that is also an auction record, but a spectacular result. Nevertheless, lot 5, next up. Lucy Bull's also auction debut with her captivating work, Special Guest. And starting here straight away at 45, 48, 50, 55, $60,000, selling here to the absentee bidder at 60,000. It's here at 60,000, already here in the book at 60. And selling 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. I have the order. Will you say 110, Felix? 110. Sorry, Ale. 110, it's yours. 120. 120 with Vera. 130 is actually online, ahead of you all at 130. 140 with you, Lisa. at 140, 150 with Peter, at 150, at 150, 160, 170 yen. It's yours. At 170. 180. We'll say 190. 190 is bid online. To the online bidder now at 190. Welcome. 200,000 with Felix Kwok ahead of you. Will you say 220? 220 with Yin. Ahead of you online. It's here at Sotheby's. Is that a bid? No, it's at $220,000 with you, Yin. For now at 220. 250 with Max Moore at 250. At 250,000 with Max. At 250,000. It's with Max Moore. 280. So 280 here. Say 300. 300,000. Say 320. It's with Lisa at 300. Felix, say 320. 320. It's yours. At 320. Back to you, Lisa. 350. Ahead of you, Just. Will you say 380? Yen, say 380. 380. Lisa will say it. At 380,000. 400. Back to you, Yen, at 400. 420. Took it here. Lisa's telephone at 420. 500,000 with Max Moore. Thank you very much. At $500,000. At 500,000 with Max. 550. 600. Max. 650. Thank you, Lisa. Was that a one-time deal? It's at $650,000 here with Lisa at 650. At 650,000 then against the rest of you, against you, Max, against you in the room. It's at 650,000 with you, Lisa. Fair warning then. At $650,000. 700. 700. With you, Yin, at 700. Lisa, would you like 750? It's at 700,000 with Yin's telephone bidder. It's not yours for now, Lisa. Would you like 750? Yours if you'd like it. At 700,000 with Yin's telephone bidder. Not yours for now, Lisa. No regrets?
Will you take 710?
Ooh. Can we say 720? Split the difference? It's still with Yin at 720. Thank you so much. At 720,000 with Lisa. Back to you, Yin. Will you say 750? No? Shake of the head? Quite sure? Came all this way? At 720,000 then, it's still with Lisa against the rest of you. Fair warning, and I'm selling to your bidder, Lisa, for $720,000. So, congratulations, Lisa. That's paddle 114. Also a rather special result. We now turn to lot 6, Avery Singer's monumental painting Happening from 2014, an extraordinary showcase of her pristine airbrush technique, of course, shown as viewed. And I am going to start the bidding here at 1,900,000, at 1,900,000, 2,000,000, 2,100,000, at 2,100,000, 2,002,000, 2,300,000, 2,004,000 now, at 2,400,000, 2,500,000 on the aisle. Thank you very much. It's with you at 2,500,000. Lady seated, 2,600,000. I took it here. Would you like 2,700,000? 2,800,000 is bid online already at 2,800,000. 2,900,000 with you, Brad. Ahead of you all at 2,900,000 with Brad Bentoff at 2,900,000. At 2,900,000. Madam, you coming back? It's at 2,900,000. $3 million. Ahead of you, Brad. 3. Would you like? I'll take 3-1. It's at $3 million. Ahead of the rest of you. At $3 million. Not yours online for now. At $3 million. 3-1. Thank you, Yen. At 3,100,000. That's 3,000,001. 3-2. Yen, say 3-3. Not yours for now, Yen. It's at 3,200,000. At 3,200,000. You coming back, madam? At 3,200,000. Then against the rest of you for the singer. Fair warning. 3-3. Bid online just ahead of you if that was you, Alex. It's at 3-3. No, with the online bidder. There's an online bidder at 3-3. Say 3-4. 3,300,000 with the online bidder. Thank you very much. At 3,400,000. At 3,000,004. Online, you're coming back. It's at 3,400,000 here at Sotheby's. At 3,400,000 then. Fair warning against you online. Against you, Alex. And the rest of you? 3.5 with Alex Branchik. At 3.5. Would you like 3.6? At 3,500,000. 3.6. Thank you so much. At 3.6. Over to you. Alex? 3.7. $3.8 would be next. At 3,700,000. As you saw with Alex Branchik. Are we going on? Fair warning then, and I am going to sell it. Is that a bid? Or are you asking me to wait? It's at 3,700,000. Still with Alex. 3.8. Back to you. At 3.8. At 3,800,000, Alex. 3.9. At 3,900,000. He'll say 4. It's at 3,900,000 yen. Online. At 3,900,000. Are we all through? At 3,900,000, you're up. Fair warning then. I'm selling it to Alex. $4 million, Claudia Dweck. Thank you very much indeed. Lovely to have you with us on this particular 4,100,000. At 4.1, Claudia. 4.2, thank you so much. 4,200,000. 4.3. At 4.3. How do you like 4.4? At 4,300,000 with Alex. See, no. 4,300,000. Thank you very much indeed. Anyway, it is with you, Alex, still at $4,300,000. Yes? No? At 4,300,000, still with you, Alex. Fair warning, and I'm selling for $4,300,000. So, congratulations, that's paddle 58. Again, an auction artist record. Which brings us then next we have lot 7, Tracy Emin's Lyrical and Powerful 2017 work. You are there now. And I'm going to start the bidding here at only 220,000, 240, 260, 280. I'm already at 280, 300. 430. Would you like 450, sir? 450, gentlemen seated. 450. He'll say 480. 480 with David. Would you like 500? 500, gentlemen seated. Have 500. 550. Would you like 600? Thank you very much anyway. At 550, it's here with David Schrader at 550,000. Ahead of the rest of you at 550,000, with David on my left at 550, 600,000 with Emma Baker at 600,000. Shake of the head, quite sure? You've said that to me before. At 600,000, it's with Emma. Against the rest of you, against you in the room, at $600,000. Are we all through? Fair warning then, it's with you, Emma, against the rest of you. Last chance, and selling to you, Emma, for $600,000. Thank you very much, sir. 650 in the room. Emma, say 700. It's at 650. Gentlemen seated. Would you like 700? That's $650,000. Showing here on the easel, of course. Should you need further inspiration, it's at $650,000, Emma. Quite sure? Thank you very much, sir. It's with you, and I'm selling it to you for $650,000. Sold. Thank you, sir. Your paddle, please. Paddle 657. Thank you very much indeed. Moving on to lot 8, we have The Lover's Fall by Maria Berrio, a work rich with Frida Kahlo and Leonardo references. And I'm going to start the bidding here at 190, 200, 220, 250, 280, 300. Thank you, madam. I see you. 320 behind you at 320. I took it here first at 350, 380 in the room. 400, I took it there. Who'll say 420? 420 with Fergus. 450 with Max. Who'll say 480? 480, yes, sir. 500,000 here. Would you like 550? 550, back to you, Max. 600, seated at 600,000. 650, I took it with Gregoire. Would you like 700, sir? 700 with Max. That's 700,000 then. 750 with you, Fergus, at 750. 800, thank you, Claudia, at 800 now. Gregoire, you're coming back. It's at 800,000 with Claudia Dweck. Fergus? At 800,000, still with Claudia. Ahead of you all, at $800,000. Any further advance here? At $800,000. Are we all through? Against the rest of you in the room? At 800,000, fair warning then, Greg, and selling for $800,000. Thank you, Claudia. Your paddle, please. No paddle. We'll find one. We know where you are. Thank you very much indeed, and congratulations to them. Next up, Lot 9, Emergent Algorithm, Menara Circle, Palestine, by Julie Moretu. An archetypal example of her symphonic mark-making, of course. It's beautiful work, showing here, filling up the entire easel in terrific scale. And I'm going to start the bidding here at only 2,300,000, at 2,300,000, 2,400,000, 2,500,000, 2,600,000, 2,700,000, at 2,700,000, 2,008,000, thank you, 2,900,000 now against you, Courtney, $3 million with Courtney Kremers at 3 million. It's at 3 million, 3,200,000 with Jackie Wachter at 3,200,000, at 3,200,000. We say 3,500,000, Courtney. Next increment. At 3,200,000. 3,500,000 with Constance at 3,500,000. Will you say 3,800,000? It's at 3,500,000, Jackie. 3,800,000. Constance, back to you. Will you say 4,000,000? At 3,800,000. Not yours for now. Still with Jackie, your Los Angeles colleague, at 3,800,000. Against the rest of you in the room, at 3,800,000. At 3,800,000. Constance? At 3,800,000. Only hold for so long, Alex. At 3,800,000. Are we all through? Against you all in the room? Against you on the phones on this side. At 3,800,000 then. Fair warning. And I'm selling it to Jackie. It's telephone bidder. I understand. 3,900,000. Very good, Alex, at 3,900,000. $4 million. No hesitation there at all from Jackie at 4 million. Try 4,200,000, Alex. At $4 million with Jackie Wachter. At $4 million now. At 4 million. At $4 million. Not yours, Alex. Fair warning. No regrets. Don't think about it tomorrow. Selling then to Jackie's telephone bidder. Last chance. Truly, for $4 million. So, thank you very much, Jackie. Paddle 108. Congratulations to them. And now lot 10, 11 p.m. Sunday, by Lynette Yadom Burke, showing a portrait that also features features in a sister painting held in the Tate. It's beautiful work. Again, showing on the easel. Incredible here. And I'm going to start here at 850,000, at 850, 900,000, 950,000, $1 million, at $1 million, 1,100,000, 1,200,000. Thank you, Tom. At 1,200,000 and selling to Tom. Well, at 1,200,000, at 1,200,000. Are we going on at 1,200,000? At 1,200,000 with you, Tom, for now. At 1,200,000. At 1,200,000. At 1,200,000. Any further advance in the room? 1,250, yeah, 1,300,000, thank you, Tom. 1,350,000, thank you, Lucius. At 1,350,000, it's over to you with Lucius Elliott at 1,350,000. 1,400,000, thank you, Jackie at 1,400,000. Back to you, Lucius, if you like. At 1,400,000, it's with you, Jackie, at 1,400,000. Tommy, coming back. It's at 1,400,000, not yours for now. For the Lynette, at $1,400,000 against the rest of you in the room at 1,400,000. At 1,400,000, still yours, Jackie, at 1,400,000. Lucius? Going on, fair warning, sure. At 1,400,000 then, last chance. So, congratulations again. That is paddle 122. That brings us to the banner lot of this evening's sale. Lot 11, Kerry James Marshall's Prodigious Beauty Examined, generously donated by Dr. Charles Sims, with proceeds going to benefit California's Loma Linda University. And for this extraordinary painting, I'm going to start bidding at $6,800,000. At $6,800,000, at $7 million now, at $7,200,000, at 7.2, at $7,200,000, at $7,200,000, at $7,200,000. Thank you, madam. At 7.5, it's yours. And it's 7.8 ahead of you now, at $7,800,000. At 7.8, will you say 8? 8 million. Thank you, barmaid. It's yours. And selling at $8 million. With barmaid's telephone bidder at $8 million. Not yours, madam. At $8 million for now. Is that a bid? It's at 8 million. 8.2. Thank you so much. At 8.2. Back to you, barmaid. Will you say 8.5? At 8,200,000. 8,300,000. At 8.3. Would you like 8.4? It's at 8,300,000 with the telephone bidder here on my right at 8.4. Thank you so much. 8.4. Back to you, barmaid. Say 8.5. 8.5. At 8,500,000. Would you like 8.6? At 8,500,000. Are we going on? At 8,500,000. With barmaid Fiera March, telephone bidder here on my right then. Are we all done? At 8,500,000. Still with you, barmaid. I see the number. At 8,500,000. Fair warning then. And I'm selling to barmaid's telephone bidder for 8 million. Thank you, Gregoire. At 8,600,000. Not yours for now, barmaid. At 8,600,000. 8.7. 8.8. 8.9. Take it in the room. 9 million. With you, barmaid, at 9. 9,200,000, certainly, sir. At 9,200,000 with Gregoire Billot here on my right, and 9.2 ahead of you both. 9.3. 9.3. I took it here. I'm so sorry, just ahead of you. Will you say 9.4? At 9.4, thank you. It's yours now at 9,400,000. Back to you, barmaid, at 9.4. 9.5. 9.6, thank you, barmaid, at 9.6. It's yours. 9.7. 9.8. Thank you. At 9,800,000. Monsieur? 9,800,000. $10 million. Thank you very much indeed. $10 million. Barmaid. You've been shown the way. 10,100,000, certainly. At 10,000,001. 10,100,000. Back to you, Greg. 10,000,002. 10.3. 10,500,000. Thank you, Gregoire. 10.6. 10,000,006. We go on. 10,000,008. If I may try 11. It's at 10,800,000 here with Gregoire. At 10,800,000. 10,009,000. $11 million. Back to you, Bummy. At $11 million. Still with Gregoire at 11. Try 11.2. Or 11.5. It's at $11 million. Not yours for now, Bummy. At 11 million too. Greg. 11.5's there if you like it. 11.5. At 11.5, not yours, Barmaid. At 11,500,000, back to you. Would you say 11.8? Are you quite sure, Barmaid? It's at 11,500,000 then with Gregoire. Fair warning, it's not yours for now. Take a second to think about it. At 11,500,000 here on my right with Gregoire Biot though. At $11,500,000. We all through against the rest of you. Fair warning and selling to you, Greg. Congratulations for $11,500,000. So congratulations. That goes to paddle 29. Thank you and to your client very much indeed. Moving on, we have lot 12, the late great Virgil Abloh's unique efflorescence desk. The newly established Virgil Abloh Foundation will benefit from this sale. And I have some interest here, so I can start already at 100,000, 110, 120, 130, and selling to my advanced bidder at $120,000. In fact, at 120, I already have at 120. It's at 120,000. 130, I have ahead of you. James, it's at 130. Would you like 140? It's at 130 to the order in my book at 130,000. 140, thank you, James. I'm out. It's at yours at 140,000 then. Here on my right with James Sevier at 140,000. Against the rest of you, against you online, against you in the room, it's at $140,000. We all through, fair warning, and I'm selling it to you, James, for $140,000. So, congratulations, James. L0135, thank you very much. Congratulations to them. Up next is lot 13, The Night Watcher by Matthew Wong from 2018. And as it comes around on the easel, as you can see, I'm going to start here at $1 million, 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-5, 1-5, thank you, Greg, 1-6, thank you, madam, 1-7 I took here, 1-8 with Gregoire at 1-8 already, 1-9 I took there at 1-9, 2 I took there.
2.5 from Hong Kong.
In Hong Kong at 2-2. 2-5, will you say? At 2,000,005, we took it already here in the room at 2-5, 2-8, thank you, Danny, at 2-8. Who'll say 3? 3, thank you, madam, at 3. At $3 million. 3-4, thank you, Jackie, at 3-4. Who'd like 3-6? It's at 3,400,000. Against you, Hong Kong, still here in New York. Is that a bid at 3-6? I think I'm taking 3-6 in Hong Kong. Fractional delay to cover thousands of miles, but I think it is at 3-6 with the Hong Kong. 3-6 is already in Hong Kong. Would you like 3-8? It is at 3,600,000 with the Hong Kong bidder. With Jen. 3,800,000. 3-8 I already have in the room, seated. Would you like 4, Jen? At $4 million. It is at 3-8. Would you like 4? The bid is at $3,800,000. $4 million in a new place with Courtney Kremers at $4 million. Next will be 4-2. It's at $4 million. With you, Courtney, 4-2. Thank you very much indeed. The lady seated at 4-2. Who'll say 4-5? At $4,200,000. I'll listen to it. It's at 4,200,000. 4-3, I'll take it.
4,000,003?
I took 4,300,000. I'm sorry, Jen. I already took it here in New York with Courtney Kremers just ahead of you. It's at 4,300,000. Back with you. 4-4. We're at 4-4 now. Going in hundreds. Who'll say 4-5? Courtney, Jen. It's at $4,400,000. At $4,400,000. 4-5. Back to Courtney at 4-5. At 4,500,000. 4-6. Thank you so much. At 4,600,000. It's back to you. At 4-6. Jen, are you out? It's at $4,600,000 here at Sotheby's. Would you like 4-7? It's at $4,600,000. Against you, Courtney, against you, Jen, at 4,600,000. The rest of you in the room and on the phones. I'm going to say fair warning, 4,700,000 to Jen in Hong Kong. It's with you, Jen, at 4,700,000. Back to you, Clarissa. At 4,700,000. At 4,700,000 then. It's with you, Jen, 4-8. At 4,800,000. 4.8. Jen, will you say 4.9? That's 4,800,000. It's here in New York at 4,800,000. Not yours for now, Jen. Going to have to hurry you. At 4,800,000. Fair warning.
Wait.
At 4,800,000. It's not yours. It's not yours, Courtney. It's not yours, Brooke.
485.
Now's your chance, Courtney. It's at $4,800,000. $4,850,000. It's with you, Jen, at 4,850. Would you like to come back? It's at $4,850,000. 4,850 with Jen. Shake the head. Thank you very much for your bids anyway. At $4,850,000. It's with you, Jen, against the rest of you on the phones. Not yours, Courtney, not yours, Brooke, against you all in the room. At $4,850,000 then, fair warning, and selling to you, Jen. So, congratulations. That goes to paddle 116. And again, an auction record for the artist. And now we have lot 14, the spectacular painting Degenerate Art by Adrian Ghenie, one of the most exciting painters working today, of course. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $5,800,000, at $5 million, $6 million, at $6 million, $6,200,000 then, at $6,200,000, at $6,200,000, $6,500,000, and $6,800,000 I have already, at $6,800,000, $7 million with Alex Bruncheck at $7 million. That's $7 million. 7. 7.5. Thank you, Gregoire. At $7,500,000. It's over to you. Alex, say 8. It's at $7 million. 7,000,008. Thank you, Felix. I'll take at $7,800,000. 7.8. Who'll say $8 million here? It's at $7,800,000. 7,000,008. Any advance against 7.8 with Felix? And it's telephone bidder at $7,800,000 then. That's 7,000,008. That's 7,800,000. Alex, I'm guessing you're out. Fair warning then. Not yours, Greg. Not yours, Alex. Against the rest of you in the room. Last chance. And I'm selling it to you, Felix, for $7,800,000. So congratulations. That goes to paddle 78. That brings us to lot 15. Please note that there is a guarantee and irrevocable bid on this lot. Dana Schutz's oil on canvas from 2003, alive with kaleidoscopic colours that together give a real sense of energy and renewal. And I'm going to begin here at $500,000, at $500,000, $550,000, $600,000, at $600,000, $650,000, at $650,000, and $700,000 only at $700,000. $750,000, thank you, Lucius, at $750,000. At $750,000 then with Lucius Elliott, at $750,000 against the rest of you for the Dana Schutz at $750,000. Is there any further advance against $750,000? We all through. Fair warning, last chance, and selling to you, Lucius, for $750,000. Sold. Thank you very much indeed. Paddle 101. Next on to lot 16, Stanley Whitney's Radical Openness, painted in 1992, a pivotal moment for the artist right after a transformative trip to Italy and Egypt. And I'm opening here at 420, 450, 480, 500, 550, 580 already at $580,000 at 580, 600,000. Thank you, Emma, at 600,000 and selling to you, Emma, at 600,000 at 600, 650. Back to you, Constance, ahead of you online at 700. I took it with Emma first, ahead of you online. Back to you, Constance, 800 at 800, 850. Back to you, Emma, at 850 at 850,000 with Emma Baker at 850. $1 million. Thank you very much, Constance. I like your style. 1-1. Back to you, Emma, at 1,100,000. At 1,100,000. 1,200,000 with Noah. Here on my left at 1,200,000. 1-3. Back to you, Emma, at 1-3. At 1,300,000. Still with Emma Baker at 1,300,000. 1-4. Thank you very much, Constance. At 1,400,000. At 1-4. Emma, would you like 1-5? At $1,400,000. We've come this far, Emma. It's at $1,400,000 with Constance. Telephone bidder Not yours for now. 1,400,000 a bit. At 1,400,000, Noah. Are you saying 1.5? At 1,400,000? 1.5 I took here. At 1,500,000. He'll say 1.6. 1.6, thank you very much, Emma. At 1,600,000. At 1.6. Do you say 1.7? No, Constance, it's not yours, either of yours at the moment. It's at 1,600,000, still with Emma. At 1,600,000. Ahead of you all in the room at 1,600,000. Fair warning then.
1,650.
Now's your chance, Constance. It's at 1,600,000, still with Emma. At 1,600,000, I'll take it then. 1.7, that's better. At 1,700,000, thank you very much. Will you say 1.8? Emma or Constance, it's at 1.7. At 1,700,000, ahead of you both. It's here with no 1.8, bid online now, ahead of you all. At 1,800,000, who'll say 1.9? It's at $1,800,000. Not with any of the telephone bidders. Are you bidding or are you asking for a moment? It is $1,800,000 with the online bidder at 1,800,000. Fair warning then. Not yours, Noah, not yours, Constance, not yours, Emma. And I'm going to sell it to the online bidder for $1,800,000. Last chance, Noah. Sold. At 1,800,000, that goes to the online bidder, paddle 29. And that takes us to this evening's second work by Adrian Ghenie, The Trip, in which he imagines Picasso returning to Guernica. And I'm going to open the bidding here at 2,800,000, 3,000,000, 3,200,000, 3,400,000, 3,600,000, already at 3,600,000, 3,800,000. Thank you so much. With Jackie at 3.8. At 3,800,000 and selling at 3,800,000. Any advance against 3,800,000? It is at 3,800,000 with you, Jackie, for now at 3,800,000. It's not yours, Simon. At 3,800,000. Still with you, Jackie, against the rest of you in the room and on the phones and online. Last chance. Sold. Thank you very much, Jackie. That's paddle 68. Now moving on to lot 18, Damien Hirst's monumental Happy Life Blossoms, part of his famous series completed during lockdown. Opening here at 1,400,000, 1,500,000, 1,600,000, 1,700,000, at 1,700,000 only, at 1,700,000. Do I see any advance? 1,800,000, 1,900,000 ahead of you. It's not yours for now. $2 million with Constance at 2 million and selling with Constance Telephone at $2 million. Any further advance? 2.2. We'll do it in twos at 2,200,000. Constance, say 2.4. 2.4, it's over to you at 2,400,000. Julia, will you say 2.6? It's at 2,400,000 with Constance. I'll take 2.5 at 2,500,000. Back to you, Constance, at 2,500,000. Will you say 2.6? Yes? Yep, 2.6. And Julia, will you say 2.7? At 2,600,000 then. We all through? Fair warning at 2,270,000. Just ahead of you, Brad, at 2.7, say 2.8. At 2,700,000. 2.8, back to Brad, at 2.8. Julia, Constance, it's ahead of you both, with Brad Bentoff here, at $2,800,000. Ahead of you all in the room, at 2,800,000. We all through. 2.9, I took here. $3 million with Oliver Barker. Thank you very much indeed. Strange saying that from the rostrum. It's at $3 million. Over to you, Ollie. At 3. 3.1. Thank you, Brad. It's back to you at 3,100,000. Ollie. 3.2. 3.2 here. Brad, Ollie, he'll say 3.3. It's at 3,200,000. 3.3. Thank you, Brad. At 3,300,000 I took. At 3.3. The bid's 3.3. Julia, would you like 3.4? 3.4 with Ollie. At 3.4. Back to you, Brad, if you'd like 3.5, or Julia, if you'd like 3.5, or online, if you'd like 3.5. 3.5, took it here first. At 3.5, took it already with Brad. It's already at 3.5 with Brad. He'll say 3.6. With Brad Bentoff here on the telephone at 3,500,000. Ollie? At 3,500,000 then. Are we going on? 3.6, thanks, Ollie. At 3,600,000, over to you. Brad, will you say 3.7? 3,600,000. 3.7, thank you, yes you will. It's yours for now. Ollie, will you say 3.8? At 3,700,000 with Brad Bentoff then. 3.8. $3,800,000. 39. At $3,900,000. Should we make it a round number, Ollie? At $4 million. Yes, we will. At $4 million with Oliver Barker. Here on my right at $4,100,000. 4-1. 4-2. 4-3. 4-4. 4-5. 'Shake of the head. Quite sure, Ollie? At $4,500,000. It's here with Brad Bentoff. At $4,500,000, it's not yours for now, and perhaps forever. At $4,500,000, coming back? 4-6. Back to Julia at $4,600,000. Brad, we go on. At $4,600,000, it's not yours for now, yet, possibly ever. At $4,600,000. When you say 4-7, 4-7 is next. At $4,600,000. 4 million, shake of the head, quite sure, at $4,600,000. Ollie, no regrets. Selling to you then, Julia, for $4,600,000. So, congratulations, your paddle, please. That is paddle 13. Congratulations to them. And that brings us, as previously announced, lot 19 was withdrawn, so we move straight on here to lot 20 is next. Amoako Boafo's Tonika and Adia, a rare double portrait depicting two of the artist's friends in Vienna. And I'm going to begin here at 250,000, 280, 300, 320,000 only at 320. Looking for 350, it's at 320,000 here in the bucket, 350, thank you. 400, thank you, David. And selling then at 400,000, 450. You say 5, 500.
50.
550, 600.
50.
650, 700.
50.
750, 800.
50.
850. David, would you like 900? So much enthusiasm to stop now. It's at 850,000 with Ben Dollar here on my left at 850, not yours for now, at 850. Are we going on? I think 900 is ideally next. It's at 850. It's at 850 with Ben Dollar's bidder. Stay on increment if we can. It's at 850,000. I'll take 900. Quite sure? Thank you anyway. At $850,000 then with you, Ben, against the rest of you, and selling for $850,000. So, congratulations. That's paddle 22. That is lot 21 now. Banksy's. This is not a photo opportunity from 2007. Opening here at $1,400,000, at $1,500,000, at $1,600,000, $1,700,000 only, at $1,700,000, at $1,700,000. At $2,200,000. Thank you, Jackie. At $2,200,000. Already at $2,200,000 with Jackie Wachter against the rest of you. It's at $2,200,000. At $2,200,000 with Jackie Wachter here on my right. Against you in the room and online and on the phones. Fair warning. And I will sell it then to you, Jackie, for $2,200,000. So, congratulations. That's paddle 5. Which brings us to lot 22, Issy Wood's large-scale, characteristically oil on velvet study for goes both ways. And I'm opening here at $90,000, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. I took it here with Ash, 160, thank you. With Ollie at 160, at 160, 170 with David Rothschild, 180, back to Ollie, at 180, at 180. With Ollie still at 180,000. Any advance against 180,000? It's at 180, 190, back to you, David. 200,000. With Ollie then at 200,000. At 200. With Ollie. 220. 240. 240. 260 would be next. It's at 240 with Ollie. It's with Ollie. 260 would be next. When you say 260. 260, over to you, David. 270.
280, please.
280. 285,000. Sometimes it's difficult to say no. $285,000. 300,000. Thank you, Nicole. With Nicole at $300,000, try to bring some sanity back to this proceeding. At $300,000 with Nicole Schloss. 320. At 320,000. At 320,000. We'll take it off the 5 increments on the ticker board. It's at 320. 350. David, say 380.
360, please.
It's the two of you, I think. At 360, I did say it to Ollie, so at 360,000. Nicole, would you like 370? At $360,000 here on my left at 360. Will you say 370? Okay, let's say it quickly, whichever it is. It's at $360,000 here with David. We'll try one more. Stretch a little bit further. 370. And back to you, David. You started this. It's at $370,000. Will you say 380? 380. Yes, you will. Thank you so much. At 380. Back to you, Nicole. Will you say 390? Or indeed 400? At 380,000, still with David Rothschild. Are we all through? Quite sure? Asking me to hold. At 380,000 with David. Fair warning. I'm selling. For 380. 400,000. Thank you very much. At 400,000. At 400,000. Back to you, David. Feel free to try 420. At $400,000 with Nicole. I'm going to have to be fair and say fair warning, David. Not yours. It's with Nicole. And I am going to sell it. Thank you anyway for your bids. Against the rest of you in the room. Fair warning. And I'm selling it to you, Nicole, for $400,000. So congratulations. That is paddle 134. Thank you so much. Lot 23 is I Am an Island by Shara Hughes, a great example of what she calls her inventive landscapes, of course. I have some interest here. I can start already at 200,000, 220, 250, already at 250. It's at $250,000 already to the order and selling. 280, thank you, David. I have 300 here. 300, still to the order at 300. At 300, we want 320. 320, 350. At 350. Still here in the back. 380. Thank you, David. I have 400. I have 400. It's at 400,000. 420. Thank you. I have 450.
450.
I have it already ahead of you. I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
That's okay. At $450,000. Ahead of you both. 480. Thank you. I have 500. Still here in the book. I have 500 already ahead of you. I'm so sorry. It's okay. It's no problem. I have 500,000, David. Still here in the book. 550, Gary? Yes, 550. Thank you very much. With Gary Metzner at 550,000. At 550,000. Thank you, Gary. I am out. David and Fergus may or may not still be in, but it is with you at 550,000. 550,000 then selling to Gary Metzner and his telephone bidder against you both for $550,000. So, congratulations. Thank you, Gary. That's paddle 75. And that takes us to the final lot of the Now auction, lot 24, A Leaf is an Arrow by Laura Quinn. And some significant advance interest here. Ladies and gentlemen, I can start already at 50, 70, 100,000, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 220, to the highest of the advance bidders at already $220,000. For the Lauren Quinn at $220,000 at 220, 250, thank you, at 250. I have 260. 280 took online. I have 300 already here in the book at 300 ahead of you all. Who'll say 320? It's at $300. 320, I took it online first. Online first, I'm sorry. Mary Claudia, it's at 320 with the online bidder already. 350, thank you so much. It's yours now. I am out. Back to you online. It's at 350.
400.
400,000's bid in Hong Kong, ahead of you all at $400,000. At $400,000. 420. Thank you, Maria Claudia. I took it here at Sotheby's first online at 420. Back to you, Shay. Would you like 450? It's at $420,000 with Maria Claudia. Quite sure. Look, like a very definite shake of the head. It's at $420,000. It's not yours online. At $420,000. We all threw fair warning against the rest of you and selling for $420,000. Thank you very much. Paddle 71. Ladies and gentlemen, one second. We are, in fact, reopening lot 12. Thank you very much for your attention to that, which was the Virgil Abloh, of course, the unique efflorescence desk. And I can start the bidding here at 100, 110, 120, at $120,000 for the Virgil Abloh desk. At $120,000, selling here in the book at 120. It's at $120,000. Any advance against 120,000? It's at $120,000 here. At 120,000. At $120,000. At 120, selling in the book then. Fair warning against the rest of you. And now we can finish at $120,000. So that goes to paddle 37. Congratulations to them.
Awesome.
Never had this before. Never had this before. Thanks a lot. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much to all for tuning in from around the world for this evening's Now auction, and especially to those of you who participated in the sale. Whether you were successful or not this evening, we look forward to welcoming you back. We will now take a 10-minute break, and then my colleague, Oliver Barker, and hug partner, will take to the rostrum for Sotheby's Contemporary Evening Auction. But for now, it's a very good night from me.
Untitled from 1969 is a monumental and complex example of Cy Twombly's celebrated Blackboard paintings, among the most powerful and lyrical works of his career. Created between 1966 and 1971, Twombly's Blackboards were a distinct shift from his Baroque paintings of the early 1960s. He abandoned the emotive use of color and returned to his monochromatic roots, embarking on a cycle of gray canvases with scrawling loops in rhythmic repetition that are reminiscent of chalk on a blackboard. Though evocative of written language, Twombly's calligraphy is more painterly than lingual. It is a visual language that has neither syntax nor logic. In Untitled, spontaneous coils surge across the work, edge to edge, with dynamism, electricity, and poetic force. Notice how the topmost lines demonstrate a certain level of tight restraint, while towards the bottom of the frame they begin to loosely unravel. The lassoed bands appear to roll across the surface like aquatic currents, the white bands erased, overdrawn, and intertwined against the smoky gray background. Untitled was created shortly after Twombly returned to New York, having lived and worked on and off in Rome, where he first conceived of the iconography of this series, no doubt inspired by the ancient graffiti he saw on Roman ruins. But New York and its artistic scene at the time is evidence in the painting's gritty, cool expression. With the Blackboard series, Twombly is clearly engaging in a dialogue with his contemporaries, recalling the minimalist pursuits of artists such as Frank Stella, while the dynamic mark-making signals the energy of action paintings of Jackson Pollock. The pattern of voluminous loops also recalls the forced repetition of the Palmer handwriting method, which Twombly practiced. Untitled embodies all the tension between legibility and abstraction, gesture and expression that lies at the heart of Twombly's extraordinary practice. Through its medium and method, it invokes the uninhibited liveliness of childlike expression, as well as the primitive graphic qualities that harken back to prehistorical cave paintings and other modes of prelingual expression. As the artist himself has stated, "My art has evolved out of the interest in symbols abstracted, but nevertheless humanistic. Formal as most arts are in their archaic and classic stages, and a deeply aesthetic sense of eroded or ancient surfaces of time." Teeming with pure artistic brilliance, Untitled stands as a testimony to Twombly's groundbreaking aesthetic.
I'd like to open this evening's auction at 50 million euros. At 70 million euros. In a new place at 85 million euros. The Uhlenhaut Coupe, the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Coupe. This is it, your final chance. 90 million. 100 million euros. First man to bid 100 million euros for a car. Thank you, Michelle. Back in the room here, 110 million euros. And it could be yours. The hammer is up. 135 million euros. Here it comes. And selling. It's yours. Sold to you, sir. Thank you very much indeed. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
In what is probably the most famous depiction of the biggest superstar by the original superstar artist, Andy Warhol's Elvis is a historic paradigm of pop art from a breathtaking moment in art history. By the summer of 1963, 34-year-old Andy Warhol was beginning to transform the landscape of American visual culture. The previous year, he had perfected his silkscreen technique, and his obsession with the cult of celebrity led to images of icons such as Marilyn Monroe, Jackie Kennedy, Elizabeth Taylor, Marlon Brando, and of course, Elvis Presley. At the time, the 28-year-old Elvis was a cultural phenomenon, the subject of almost religious fervor for his worshipping fans. This kind of global sensation presented a perfect subject for Andy Warhol. Elvis, from 1963, captures the king of rock and roll with devastating intimacy and efficiency, rendered on a scale that is physically larger than life. Warhol's source image was a color publicity still for the Western film Flaming Star, where Presley poses as a gunslinger. In this way, we're not only presented with all of Elvis, man and legend, but we're also confronted with the specter of death, staring at us down the barrel of a gun. Warhol was undoubtedly drawn to Elvis's impressive trinity of fame as a musician, actor, and sex symbol. And his depiction here displays not so much the ambition to record a physical likeness, but more his love affair with the glamour of celebrity and the drama of violence. Here, we are confronted by a towering figure, familiar to us, yet it's playing a role entirely at odds with the singer's renowned love songs. The fact that we might not even question why Elvis is pointing a gun rather than a guitar speaks to his overwhelming power and of Warhol's own ability to test the limits of the popular visual vernacular. Warhol was interested in movie stars above all else because they most closely represented mass culture. As with Marilyn, Liz, and Marlon Brando, he instinctively understood Elvis as not only a celebrity, but a brand, an industrialized construct designed for mass consumption, not unlike a Coca-Cola bottle or a Campbell's soup can. Elvis offered Warhol the biggest brand of all. Warhol projects his subject on a silver surface, a treatment also used for his most celebrated muses. The synthetic metallic paint becomes allegory for the manufacture of the Elvis product, while at the same time it denotes the glamour of the silver screen and the attractive fantasies of cinema. By harnessing the foundation of Western popular culture, the birth of the cool, rock and roll, and unashamed sex appeal, Elvis celebrates a subject that permeated mass consumer consciousness like no other, and as such is a principal icon of Warhol's art and an indisputable icon for our age.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and if you're joining us now, I'd like to extend a warm welcome from Sotheby's in New York. My name is Oliver Barker, and I will be your auctioneer for our contemporary evening auction, presented in partnership with the French fashion and luxury goods house CELINE. This evening, I'm taking up the gavel from my esteemed colleague, Michael Macaulay, who, as many of you have just seen, has completed the Now auction in which, after some heated competition, each one of the 23 lots offered found a new home. Congratulations. For our second sale this evening, we will turn to works by the most acclaimed post-war and contemporary artists, including Helen Frankenthaler, Francis Bacon, Andy Warhol, Cy Twombly, David Hockney, Philip Guston, and many more. But before this, and before we get into the action, as you may have seen in the news today and on our screens just now, we also announced a few hours ago that in a special partnership with Mercedes-Benz, our collector car auction house, RM Sotheby's, sold a rare 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupe for €135 million, making it the most valuable car ever sold, as well as an important moment in Sotheby's history. Perhaps the most remarkable aspect of this historic sale is that all of the proceeds will go towards establishing a worldwide Mercedes-Benz fund, which will provide long-term educational and research scholarships in the areas of environmental science and decarbonisation. Returning to this evening's main event, a few housekeeping notes. As your auctioneer, I may open the bidding on any lot by placing a bid on behalf of the seller. I may bid by placing responsive or consecutive bids for a lot up to the amount of the reserve. As noted in the conditions of business for buyers, everything is sold under the authenticity of guarantee and on an as-is basis. Additionally, the winning bidder will be responsible for state and local taxes where applicable, unless you are exempt from these by law. Buyer's premium and overhead premium will be added to the hammer price of each lot offered, and applicable sales tax will be due on the aggregate of the three figures as part of the total purchase price payable. For those who are intending to bid, please note that in addition to the guarantees and irrevocable bids already noted in our printed catalogues, there is a further irrevocable bid on lot number 128. Further to that, there are additional guarantees and irrevocable bids on lot numbers 113, 124 and 125. Please note too that the following lot has been withdrawn, lot number 118. And so we start aptly with the wonderful The Untitled Body Print. It's one of three works by David Hammons, of course, each one of which comes to the market for the very first time tonight, having remained in the same family of a close friend of the artist since first being acquired. These wonderful works, of course, ably featured also in the Drawing Centre's wonderful exhibition devoted to these body prints. And I'm going to start the bidding here for lot number one at $400,000, at $400,000, $450,000, now $500,000, at $550,000, Fergus's bid at $600,000 is bid in the room, at $600,000 is the lady's bid, at $600,000 here, $650,000, give me seven now, at $650,000, $700,000 is Ashcan's bid, it's against you both, at $750,000, $800,000 with David Rothschild now, give me 50, madam. At $800,000 here on this side, at $800,000. I'm looking for $900,000. I'm so sorry, Jackie. I took it ahead of you here with David Rothschild at $950,000. It's back with Jackie here at $950,000 on this side. And it gets you in the room, madam, at $950,000 on the aisle there, at $950,000. It's not yours, nor yours, David. Or Fergus at $950,000. Give me $1 million, please. At $950,000 here. It's on my right. And it gets you here, madam, as well, at $950,000. $950,000. It's still with Jackie Wachter at $950,000. And it gets you here, and it gets you here, and in several places on the telephone at $950,000. On this side, against you, Tom Edison, also. Jackie Wachter's bid, I'm hammering it here, at $950,000. Against you all, and selling $1 million. Thank you so much, at $1 million now. New bidder at $1 million. Against you, Ashcan, at $1 million. Say one. At $1 million now. It's not yours, Jackie, either, at $1 million. With Tom Edison at $1 million now, and against you in the room, and selling, fair warning. You bidding, madam? 1.05. We could do $1,050,000 if that's what you're after. Okay, no problem. At $1,050,000. At $1,050,000. Jackie Wachter's bidder at $1,050,000. Here it is at $1,050,000. Need $1 million from you, Tom, please. $1 million is bid. At $1,100,000 here. And looking for $1,150,000, please, Jackie. No, is that it? Shopping completed. At $1,100,000. Thank you, Tom. It's your bid here at $1,100,000 and selling. It's Tom Edison's bidder. Fair warning at $1,100,000. Against you, Mike, now. Say 50. At 1-1.
Here at 1,100,000 is Tom's bidder at 1,100,000 against you in the room also, and against our original bidder. Fair warning now, last chance at $1,100,000. Thank you, Tom. It's panel number 260. And we move on to this masterpiece by Sturte van der Koers, this wonderful title, John's White Flag, which has been held in the same private esteemed collection since 1994, property of a prominent private European collection. Signed Sturte van der Koers, titled John White's Flag and dated 1991 on the reverse. Fortunately, it's too big to show on the easel with this wonderful large-scale work. Some interest in the lot, and I can start the bidding already at $400,000, at $450,000, $500,000 now, at $500,000, $550,000. Where's the bid? $600,000. I took it here. Say 50, $650,000. I have you now. $650,000. $700,000 with David Ruscha. $800,000 with Charlotte van der Koek. $850,000 with Lisa. $900,000 in the room here. At $900,000 against you all. $950,000. Lisa's bidder. $1 million. I took it in the room ahead of you. $1 million. No, it's $1 million here. At 1 million, give me one, please. 1,100,000, Simon. 1,200,000, I'll take now from Emma at 1,200,000. 1,300,000 is here. Thank you, Lisa. At $1,300,000. At 1,300,000, say 4, please, on this side. At 1,300,000, it's against you here in the room. 1,400,000 with a new bidder. 1,500,000. Thank you, Lisa. At $1,500,000. 1,500,000. At 1,500,000 here on this side. Thank you, Lisa. 1,600,000. At 1,600,000, you're saying 7, sir? At 1,600,000, give me 7. David, come on. At 1,600,000 on this side. At 1,600,000, still here at $1,600,000 and selling it. Fair warning. You out, sir? At 1,600,000 on this side. Against you, David Rothschild here, $1,600,000 here. I'll take $1,650,000 from you. $1,650,000. The next bid's going to be 7, please. At $1,650,000. At $1,650,000. At $1,650,000. Emma, we're going to go on. At $1,650,000, the hammer's coming up. It's David's bidder. Thank you, sir. At $1,650,000. Let's hurry, Emma, please. At $1,650,000, $1,700,000. And I need 50 from you, please, Dave. At $1,700,000. At $1,700,000. It's Emma Baker's bidder at $1,700,000 and selling, last chance now, at $1,700,000. Thank you, Emma. That's panel number 281 at $1,700,000. Thank you so much. And lot number 103 is the wonderful the Cert, the Helen Frankenthaler, showing us viewed, signed Frankenthaler and dated 74, of course. This fabulous, fabulous work, large scale, extremely wonderful condition as well. And again, some interest here, and I'm going to start the bidding here. 2,100,000, 2,200,000, 2,300,000, now 2,300,000, 2,400,000. At 2,400,000, and against you, Felix, at $2,400,000 now. 2,500,000, thank you. It's Constanza's bidder at 2,500,000, and I'm selling at 2,500,000. At 2,500,000 here on this side, at 2,500,000 against you, Patty, 2,600,000. It's Courtney Kramer's now, 2,600,000. And against you, Constanza, comes 2,700,000. Ahead of you, Nicole, I'm so sorry. It's Constanza's bid. It's all on this side. The three of you at 2,700,000, 2,800,000. Thank you, Fergus. Just to break it up, at $2,800,000 now. Say 9. 2,900,000 bidding. $3 million, thank you. Here at $3 million now, it's Constanza's bidder at $3 million against you, Fergus, against you, Nicole and Courtney at $3 million. Try 2. Still at $3 million here. Against you both on the front row. 3, 2, then easy enough, thank you. 3,200,000 with Courtney. 3,300,000, thank you, Nicole. And Constanza against you now as well at 3,300,000. And it's against you, Courtney, it's against you, Fergus. 3,400,000 is bid, thank you. A lot of interest here for the Frankenthaler at 3,400,000. 3,500,000, thank you, Fergus. 3,500,000. At 3,500,000, still with Fergus stuff here at 3,500,000. 3,600,000 is bid now. 3,600,000. 3,600,000. You want a bid? On this side, then at 3,600,000. 3,700,000. 3,700,000. At 3,800,000 now, it's with a new bidder on the online at SOTHEBY'S.com at 3,800,000. Panel number 22 is coming in at 3,800,000. Thank you, and welcome to the Frankenthaler show at 3,800,000. Greg, I can't read it from that distance, I'm afraid. So at 3,800,000. 9? Thank you. 3,900,000. Still with you at 3,900,000. You bidding, sir? At $3,900,000 here. Courtney's bidder. And against you online here at $3,900,000. Give me 4, please. At $3,900,000. At $3,900,000. 3,900,000. Thank you, Courtney. I'm selling it now. And against you all, Fergus, against you, Constance, against you, Nicole, for $3,900,000. Final warning. And against you online, of course, at 3.9. It's here at Sotheby's on York Avenue. I'm selling it here. Fair warning at $3,900,000. Thank you. Congratulations. Paddle number 209. Thank you. Great, great painting. Congratulations. At lot number 104, we have, of course, the David Hockney Grand Canyon number 2 from 2017, capturing the epic expanse of one of this country's most iconic vistas. Again, greeting you on the screens. And in our galleries, of course, it looked resplendent there. Property of a distinguished private collector. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $9,400,000, $9,500,000, $9,600,000 now at $9,600,000, $9,700,000, $9,800,000 is bid with David Schrader here at $9,800,000. It's a buying bid at $9,800,000. Your bid, David, at $9,800,000 and selling at $9,800,000. You're bidding at $9,800,000. Here it is with David Schrader at $9,800,000. $9,800,000. At $9,800,000. Still with you, David, at $9,800,000. Against you, Elizabeth, at $9,800,000. You're coming in. At $9,800,000 against you, Elizabeth and David at $9,800,000. Still here with David Schrader. Fair warning to you all. And selling. Last chance now at $9,800,000. Thank you. It's paddle number 201 at $9,800,000. Lot number 105 is the first of this evening's wonderful works here by Alex Cax. Property sold to benefit a charitable family foundation in Chicago. This time from 1979, as featured on a wonderful cat's catalogue. Wonderful, wonderful king, colourful picture. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $1 million. So $1,100,000, $1,200,000, $1,300,000 now, $1,300,000. At $1,300,000, $1,400,000 is bid. It's the lady's bid at $1,400,000. And selling here at $1,400,000. $1,500,000. It's ahead of you online. It's $1,516,000 now with Elizabeth. Give me 7, please, in the room. At 1,700,000. Thank you, Vera. It's your bid at $1,700,000. Against you in 3 places now, $1,700,000. And online at $1,700,000. You want to bid? At $1,700,000. Elizabeth's not yours here at $1,700,000. $1,800,000. Thank you, sir. $1,800,000. I'll take 50 from you. Thank you. $1,750,000. Vera, can you get $1,850,000? Do you want to try 9? At $1,850,000. Thank you, sir. At $1,900,000. It's contre vous now. $1,900,000. It's sort of half French, half Italian. $1,900,000. Thank you. At $1,950,000. At $1,950,000. $1,950,000. $2 million is bid. Thank you. Gentlemen here in the second row at $2 million here. Thank you, sir. At $2 million here. Give me 1. At $2 million now, it's in the room and it's against you, Vera. It's against you on the telephones too, and further back at $2 million. Are you out, madam? 2 million, is that 2,050,000, yeah? Thank you. 2,050,000. Try 1, sir. 2,050,000. Try 1. It's worth it. 2,050,000. Sure, there's a good wall for it somewhere there. At 2,050,000. You out? Thank you anyway. At $2,050,000, it's here on the telephone. It's Vera's bid and selling at $2,050,000. Thank you very much indeed. Paddle number 247. And we move on, of course, the wonderful landmark, this lot number 106. This is the work by Ed Ruscha, series of text paintings, the sister to which is held in the permanent collection of the Broad Art Foundation in Los Angeles. Cold Beer, Beautiful Girls, of course, from 1993. Property from an important private collector, executed in 1993, showing behind me, Jose, thank you very much indeed, next to the wonderful Qualis that set a record for the artist. Here it is, the Ed Ruscha from 1993. Thank you. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $12 million. $12 million, $12,500,000, $13 million now, $13,500,000, $14 million now, $14 million, $14,500,000. Say another one, please, at $14,500,000, $15 million is bid now, $15 million. At $15 million, say 5, please, at $15 million now. At $15 million, Felix against you here at $15 million, say one more. At $15 million now. $15,500,000 is bid at $15,500,000 against you. At $15,500,000 here on this side, of course. It's Felix's bidder at $15,500,000. Try 16, please, this masterpiece at $15,500,000. At $15,500,000 on this side, 15.5. That's quite a big difference, Felix. I'll split the difference with you. Do you want to say 15,250,000? Can we try 15,250,000? Let's do that. At 15 million. It's here at 15 million. At 15 million. 15,250,000. Thank you very much indeed. At $15,250,000. $15,250,000 here. With Felix at $15,250,000. Next bid's going to be $15,500,000. At $15,250,000. Here on this side at $15,250,000. 15,250. Let's say one more, please. At $15,250,000 now. On this side, $15,250,000. You bidding? At $15,250,000. Still with Felix Kwok here. On this side of the room at $15,250,000 here. Thank you. And against you, David Schroeder here in the room as well. This side at $15,250,000 versus that side. Are you bidding, sir? At $15,250,000. $15,500,000. Thank you. At $15,500,000. Let's try $15,750,000, please, Felix. Here at $15,500,000. Thank you, sir. At $15,750,000. It's back with Felix again at $15,750,000. There it is, at $15,750,000. You bidding, sir? At $15,750,000. $15,750,000. At $15,750,000 now. At $15,750,000. David. At $15,750,000. Let's try another one, please. $15,750,000. It's the only one you're going to be able to get. At $15,750,000. Give me 60. At $15,750,000 now. David? Try 16.
16, please.
Thank you, sir. $16 million. There it is. With David Schroeder, it's $16 million. Here it's $16 million now. It's against you, Felix. I'm looking for $16,250,000. It's here at $16 million. The board is wrong at the moment. There we go. It's updated at $16 million. Say $16,250,000, please. I'll take 16.1 at this point. 16,100,000. 16.1. $16,100,000. David. 16.1. For cold beer, beautiful girls. What's the price? 16.1. Try 2. No? He's at it. Okay. 16,100,000. It's Felix's bid. Thank you, David, very much indeed. It's on this side and selling. Fair warning at $16,100,000. Felix, it's yours. Thank you. It's panel number 254. Congratulations. 16,000,001. And 107 is next. The wonderful work here by Philip Guston, The Remorse from 1969. An important work marking the artist's return to figurative painting and, of course, first exhibited in the 1970 exhibition of the artist's sensational show, Figurative Work, at Marlborough Gallery, and illustrated, of course, next to City Limits, MoMA's extraordinary painting from that series as well. A very rare opportunity to acquire a painting from that first exhibition of these wonderful pictures. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $4,600,000, $4,700,000, $4,800,000, $4,900,000 now, $4,900,000 at 4.9. At $4,900,000 for the Guston Remorse at $4,900,000 at 4.9. At $4,900,000. $5 million. Thank you, Segal. $5 million. It's your bid at $5 million here. On the telephone at $5 million here. At $5 million. And against you there, $5 million now. At $5 million. $5,200,000 in a new place. Thank you very much indeed. At $5,200,000. Could we try? $5,000,003 is bid up front. Thank you, sir. At $5,000,003. And against you, Simon, at this point at $5,000,003. $5,400,000. Say 5, sir. $5,400,000. Against you both here and against you in the room, sir. $5,400,000. Still on this side. $5,500,000. Give me 6, please. 5.5. $5,600,000 now. At $5,600,000. Still on this side. $5,700,000. 5,700,000. Still here at 5,700,000. Against you, Simon, at 5,700,000. Try 8, please. At 5,700,000. With Segal, Mordecai, at $5,700,000. Against you here, 5,700,000. At 5,700,000. 5,800,000 is bid here. And against you, David, too, at 5,800,000. You want to try 9, sir? At 5,800,000. 5,900,000 is bid. Thank you. At 5,900,000. At 5,900,000, $6 million is bid there. Back with Simon again at $6 million. You bidding, madam? At $6 million. 6,100,000. At 6,100,000. Segal's bidder at 6,100,000. Behind me here at 6,100,000. Not yours, Simon, at 6,100,000. Say 2, Simon, please. It's $6,100,000. On this side here, it's $6,100,000. 6,100,000. Bidding? 6,100,000. Try 2. At 6,100,000. This fabulous thing at 6,100,000. At 6,100,000. Still with you, Segal. Thank you very much indeed. At 6,100,000. We've waited a long time already, Simon. So at 6,100,000. 2 is bid. Thank you. At 6,200,000. At 6,200,000. At 6,200,000. 6,300,000. 6,300,000. Simon. At $6,300,000 here on this side at 6,300,000. Give me 4, please. At 6,300,000. Simon? At $6,300,000. There it is. It's 6,300,000. 6,400,000. 6,500,000. At 6,500,000. You done? At 6,500,000. Still here for remorse. Brandon, you coming in? 6,500,000. You sure, Simon? It's here on this side. It's Segal's bidder. I'm going to sell it this time. Against you in the room. Last chance. At $6,500,000. Thank you, Segal. Congratulations. 100016. L0016. Thank you so much, and many, many congratulations to your bidder. Thank you very much indeed. Please send regards. 6,500,000. Thank you so much. And of course, we move on, ladies and gentlemen, to the Andy Warhol, the life-size depiction of Elvis, the king of rock and roll, produced in 1963, soon after Andy had perfected his silkscreen technique, and just as he was beginning to transform the visual culture of America. Here it is, of course, property of a notable private collection, the 1963 painting showing on the left, my right, your left, rather. Thank you, Jose, for clarifying. And I'm going to start the bidding here. At $12 million, $12,500,000, $13 million, $13,500,000, $14 million. Thank you, Jackie. $15 million is bid now. Thank you, Gregoire. $15 million now. At $15 million on this side and selling at $15 million. Mercedes, are you bidding at $15 million? At $15 million on this side. And against you, Jackie, here at $15 million. Still with Gregoire at $15 million. It's Greg's bidder at $15 million. Give me 5. At $15 million. $15,500,000 is bid. A new place with Brad Bentoff of $15,500,000. $15,500,000. At $15,500,000. $15,500,000. Not yours, Greg, at $15,500,000. At $15,500,000. And against you, Segal, as well, at $15,500,000. At $15,500,000. $15,500,000. At $50,500,000, here it is. It's your bid. Thank you, Brad. I'm selling it here. Segal? At $15,500,000. $16 million now. 16,500,000. Jackie. At $16,500,000. Give me 17. Say one more. 16,500,000. At $16,500,000. $17 million. $17,500,000. At 17,500,000. Take it to 18. Come on. $18 million. $18,500,000. 18.5. Say one more. At 18.5. At 18,500,000. There it is. 18,500,000. Try 19. Here at 18,500,000. Still with Brad at 18.5. Say 19, please. Give me another one. 18,500,000. Jackie? $18,500,000. It's on my left. And selling it here. Last chance. And selling. Fair warning at $18,500,000. Thank you very much indeed. Panel number 251. And we move on, of course, to the photograph here, the Diane Albus, the identical twins, Roselle, New Jersey, property of a distinguished private collection. And I'm starting the bidding here at $450,000, $460,000, $470,000 out, $470,000, $480,000, at $480,000, $490,000 out, $490,000, at $490,000, at $490,000, at $490,000. Any more? $490,000, $500,000. Emma Baker's bidder at $500,000. It's your bid. And selling it here at $500,000. Fair warning, everyone, at $500,000. Last chance. And selling. Coming in? At $500,000. David, you want to come in? At $500,000, still with Emma Baker. Say one more. At $500,000, fair warning. David. Want to say another one? Nope. I'll take 520. Yes, from you overall. 520,000. Next bid's going to be 50. At 520,000. Say 50, please, Emma. 520. At $520,000. 550,000 is bid. 550. No, you out? At 550. There it is with Emma and selling at $550,000. Thank you. It's paddle number 239 at 550. Thank you so much. And lot number 110 is from the group of 4 lots from the collection of Hardy Beloff of Georg Baselitz, the subject of a recent retrospective at the Pompidou. In fact, the sculpture was indeed in that show at the Pompidou. And of course, we're opening with it The Women of Dresden, Visit from Prague, looking absolutely monumental and exquisite with us up front here. This monumental piece from the artist's most acclaimed series of sculptures, many of which are held in important museums, of course. This one from 1990 is staggeringly beautiful work, very powerful. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $2,500,000, $2,600,000, $2,700,000. Thank you, sir. $2,800,000, $2,900,000, $3 million is bid. $3,200,000, $3,400,000, $3,600,000, $3,800,000, $4 million now. At $4 million, this gentleman's bid here. $4 million now. Thank you, sir. At $4 million. Try 2. $4,200,000 is in a new place. At $4,200,000, you out, sir. At $4,200,000, $4,600,000 is in a new place. Sorry? No, it's here at $4,400,000. No, I'm so sorry. $4,200,000, $4,400,000. That's the finally got there. $4,400,000 with Barmy now. $4,400,000. Yes, I'm sorry. $4,400,000. $4,600,000. 4.8 is going to be the $4,800,000. Thank you, Barmy. At $4,800,000. At $4,800,000. $5 million. All $5,200,000. It's in a new place. Thank you, Gregoire. $5,200,000. Say 5. We're already at $5,200,000, David. And that was, I think, you're the numeric one at $5,200,000. 5.5. Thank you very much indeed at $5,500,000. It's yours, sir. Next bid's going to be 8. At $5,500,000. $5,800,000. At 5.8. $5,800,000 on this side. I'm so sorry, the board is rather slow. We're getting there. At $5,800,000. It's not. It's at $5,800,000 here. The board was wrong. It's at $5,800,000. $6 million here. Thank you. It's $6 million. No, it's at $6 million. Yeah. Sorry, we've got some problems with the board here. That's $7 million. That'll do. Clears up the confusion at $7 million. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lisa. You heard it here at Ignore the board. It's all about Lisa. It's $7 million. Your bid, Lisa, is $7 million. Thank you very much. The next bid will be $7,200,000. Anybody at $7 million now? Thank you. At $7,200,000. Can we try 5, please? At $7,200,000. Thank you so much. At $7,500,000. Let's try 8. At $7,500,000. At 7.5. $7,800,000. $8 million. Thank you, Lisa. 7, 8. I'm so sorry, it's 8 with you. It's getting really confusing now. Yeah. Next bit's going to be 2, 8,200,000. Thank you. 8,200,000. Try 5. $9 million. Thank you very much indeed. At $9 million. Should we try 5? At $9 million. Do you want to try 9,000,005? At $9 million. At $9 million. With Lisa again at 9,000,002. 9,100,000. Thank you. 9,500,000. At 9.5. At 9,000,005. 9,000,005. At 9,000,005. At 9.5. It's still with Lisa Dennison here. $9,500,000. Anybody else? At 9,000,005. At $9,500,000. It's here with Lisa, Chairman of Sotheby's Americas, this extraordinary sculpture. At $9,500,000. Thank you, Lisa. At $9,500,000. Fair warning. Are we selling? Are we bidding it now? $9,500,000. Want to say another one quickly? Are we out? Selling it here at $9,500,000. Have to hurry you here. Give me a sign of life. Yes, no? No. And selling for a new auction record for Georg Baselitz. Thank you, Lisa. Paddle number 206, $9,500,000. Thank you. Very, very well deserved. Wonderful sculpture. And thank you to all of our underbidders as well. Thank you very much indeed. And of course, we move on to the next lot in the Hardy Beloff wonderful grouping here at Baselitz. It's the first acquired from Byler Gallery here. This one, of course, the hero from 1966, the Fallow Trap. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $6 million. $6,200,000, $6,400,000, $6,600,000 out, $6,600,000, $6,800,000 is bid. It's ahead of you here. It's in the room at $6,800,000. Gentlemen's bid here on the 4th row at $6,800,000 is your bid, sir, at $6,800,000. At $6,800,000, $7 million is in a new place. Thank you so much. It's $7 million now. Your bid at $7 million. Give you 2. At $7 million now. It's a lady seated at $7 million, sir. Are you sure, sir? At $7 million. You might be buying ahead of the market on this one at $7 million. But you would know better than anyone on that. At $7 million, and sure. At $7 million, it's selling here. Are you out, sir? At $7 million, it's the lady's bid, and against you on the telephone. Barmy, are you coming in? No? At $7 million, fair warning, lady's bid. At $7 million. Thank you, madam. It's paddle number 733. At $7 million. Congratulations. And moving on to the third of the wonderful Baselitz is, of course, here the Neue Tip, the hero with flag from 1965, the exquisite work on paper here. Thank you so much. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $260,000, $270,000, $280,000 now, at $280,000, $290,000. For the Baselitz, $300,000 is bid in the room, so it's your bid at $300,000. And selling, of course, at $300,000. At $300,000. Gentlemen seated here at $300,000, $320,000, $340,000, $340,000. Give me 60. $340,000. Gentlemen seated at your bid, sir, at $340,000. Against you, Barmy, at $340,000. It's here in the room at $340,000. Kids say 60, please. $360,000. It's in a new place. Will you say 80, madam? It's here at $360,000. $380,000. $400,000. Here at $400,000. Want to say 20? Gentlemen seated still at $400,000. And against you all on the telephones. Against you, Gregoire. It's against you, madam, here at $400,000. $420,000. $420,000. Madam? At $420,000, it's here with Gregoire. I'm going to sell it here at $420,000 against you in 2 places in the room. And against you, Barmy, at $420,000, and selling it here, last chance, at $420,000. Thank you very much indeed, Gregoire. 208 at $420,000. And lot number 113 is the last of the works by Baselitz, at least for today. There's another one coming up in London as well at the end of June. This one, the glass drinker end, the female glass drinker, of course, also from Hardy Beloff's wonderful collection, this time from 1981, showing here, and I'm starting the bidding here, $2,500,000, $2,600,000, $2,700,000, $2,800,000 now, $2,800,000, 2,900,000, thank you, at 2,900,000. 2,900,000 would be always good to be put on the wrong foot. At 2,900,000, there it is. At 2,900,000, Lucius is bidder and selling at $2,900,000 here. At 2,900,000, your bid, Lucius, at $2,900,000. $3 million. Thank you, Tom. At $3 million here, and against you, Lucius, now. $3 million. Give me one, please. At $3 million. On this side, at $3 million. Alex, do you want to bid? At $3 million here. Against you, sir. At $3 million. Anybody else at $3 million? It's on this side. I'm going to sell it now. Last chance. At $3 million. And selling, fair warning, for $3 million. Thank you, Tom. The $3 million, that's panel number 269. And lot number 114 is the last of the works from Hardy Beloff's group, the 1982 Kiefer, the Voland Lied, the Wayland Song. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $350,000. At $350,000, $400,000 now, $400,000, $450,000. At $450,000, $450,000. At $450,000. At $450,000, $500,000. Thank you very much. At $500,000, selling here at $500,000. Gentleman's bid of $500,000 in the room. It's your bid, sir. I'm going to sell it here at $500,000. Fair warning. Last chance at $500,000. Are you bidding, madam? It's here at $500,000. Are we saying 50? 550. It's against you, sir. $600,000. At $600,000 now, and against you, madam, in the third row, at $600,000. Give me 50. At $600,000. Gentleman seated there on the aisle, the fourth row, at $600,000. You bidding? At $600,000, $650. At $650,000. Not yours, sir. At $650. At $650. It's here. Thank you anyway. At $650. Last chance. It's yours, madam. For $650. Thank you very much. Do you have a paddle, please? 706. Lot number 115, ladies and gentlemen, we're turning to the study of Red Pope, a triumphant finale to Francis Bacon's seminal series of Pope paintings, first unveiled at Bacon's landmark retrospective at the Grand Palais in 1971. And of course, this painting residently displayed also recently in the wonderful Bacon retrospective, also at the Pompidou in Paris, that traveled here to the US. Fabulous picture here. And I want to start the bidding here at $35 million, at $35 million, $36 million now, $36 million, $37 million, $38 million now, at $38 million, $38 million, $39 million now, at $39 million, at $39 million now, 39, at $39 million now, $39 million, at $39 million, $40 million here, it's with Gregoire, $40 million, here on this side at $40 million. Thank you, Greg. 40 million. It's yours at 40 million at the moment. At 40 million. It's against you there at $40 million. Still with Gregoire at 40. At $40 million. Against you in the room too at $40 million. With you still, Gregoire, at $40 million on this side at $40 million. At $40 million, I'm selling it here. It's with Gregoire Bio, and it's against you further back at $40 million. Fair warning now. Still with you, Greg, at $40 million. Last chance. It's selling here, and against you too. Fair warning. And selling for $40 million. Thank you, Greg. Congratulations. Paddle number 267 at $40 million. And paddle number 116, the property of a prominent private collection, the American Indian Russell Means by Andy Warhol, showing on the screens for you. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $2,600,000, $2,700,000, $2,800,000, and $2,800,000, $2,900,000, $3 million is bid with Gregoire, $3 million on this side, at $3 million here, and selling with you, Greg, at $3 million. You out, sir. At $3 million on this side, still with you, at $3 million. Thank you, Greg. $3,100,000 with Alex Branchik at $3,100,000. Give me two. At $3,100,000. Thank you, Alex. At 3-1, it's yours at $3,100,000. $3,200,000. Lady on the aisle here, $3,200,000. Thank you, madam. At $3,200,000. And not yours this time, Alex. At $3,200,000. $3,250,000, of course, sir. $3,250,000. Give me three. At $3,250,000. $3,300,000. Thank you, madam. At $3,300,000. At $3,300,000. $3,350,000. Try four. 3,400,000. 3,450,000. At 3,450,000. 3,500,000. 3,550,000. 3,600,000. 3,650,000. 3,700,000. 3,750,000. 3,800,000. 3,850,000. 4 million dollars. 4 million, Alex, not yours. It's the lady's bid on the aisle of $4 million here. Still with you, madam, at 4 million. Bidding? Thank you, Alex. 4,050,000. Try one. 4,100,000. 4,150,000. 4,200,000. 4,250,000. 4,300,000. Thank you, madam. 4,300,000. 4,350,000. 4,400,000. 4,500,000. 4,600,000. Give me 4,700,000, Alex. At 4,600,000. Ladies' bid. It's your bid, madam, at 4,600,000. There it is. 4,700,000. 4,700,000. 4,800,000. Thank you. 4,800,000 now. And against you, Alex, at 4,800,000. 4,900,000. 4,900,000. Say 5,000,000. Give me another one. Say 5,000,000, please, madam. At 4,900,000 for the Russell meets, 4,900,000. Alex Branch, $5 million. Thank you so much. $5 million now. At 5,000,000. 5,100,000. No? Sure. At 5,100,000, it's Alex Branchik's bid. Are you out, madam? Thank you anyway. At 5,100,000. Thank you so much for your bids. I'm selling it here with Alex at $5,100,000. Thank you, Alex. Panel number 214. That is sold. And 117 is next, is the Rackstraw and Pamela, the Alex Katz pending, showing for you here. Thank you so much. Executed in 1976. And I'm going to start the bidding here at 1,600,000, 1,700,000, at 1,700,000, 1,800,000 now, 1,800,000, at $1,800,000, at $1,800,000. Eddie Ball, $1,800,000, at 1,800,000, at $1,800,000, 1,800,000, at 1,800,000. Shot against you, 1,900,000 now, at 1,900,000. You're bidding $2 million now. Charlotte's bidder at $2 million here. Thank you, at $2 million. On this side, with Charlotte Vanderkirk, head of sale at $2 million. Thank you, Charlotte. And selling it here at $2 million. It's your bid at $2 million against you, Nicole, on this side. Fair warning. And selling for $2 million. Thank you so much. Paddle number 277 at $2 million. And lot number 118 has been withdrawn, so we move on, of course. We have the key work here from Cy Twombly's Blackboard series, held in the same private collection for the past 25 years, and one of the largest paintings of this type to appear at auction in a very long time. It's here for you, ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful 1969 Blackboard penny Fabulous work. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $33 million, $33 million, $33,500,000, $34 million now, $34,500,000, at $34,500,000, $35 million, at $35 million, $35,500,000. Thank you, Patty. It's your bid at $35,500,000. It's against you in the room at $35,500,000. It's with Patty Wong at $35,500,000. There it is, at $35,500,000. At $35,500,000. Still with you, Patty, at $35,500,000. And it's against you there, Felix, against you at $35,500,000. Ladies bid on this side at $35,500,000. Thank you, Patty. I'm selling it here. Fair warning. Last chance at $35,500,000. Thank you, Patty. It's panel number 204. And lot number 120 is a further work here. The last of this week's evening sale works by Philip Guston, this time the studio celebration, showing here, of course, from 1978. Property from the estate of Gabrielle and Robert Lee, signed Philip Guston, of course, 1978, as I mentioned. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $3,800,000, $3,900,000, $4 million now, $4,100,000, at $4,100,000 now, $4,200,000, $4,250,000. Thank you, Simon. At $4,250,000 and selling here, $4,250,000. At $4,250,000. Simon Stock's bidder at $4,250,000. On this side at $4,250,000. Selling here, ladies and gentlemen, last chance. Fair warning at $4,250,000. Thank you, Simon. It's panel number 268. Congratulations. Obviously, some very happy clients upstairs. Thank you. That's always good to hear at Sotheby's. Lot number 121 is next. Property of a prestigious private collection, this time the Siberian glass meteorites, number 1. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $1,600,000, $1,700,000, $1,800,000, now $1,800,000, $1,900,000, $1,900,000. At $1,900,000, $1,900,000. $2 million in two places. I took it from Nick first. Say 2. That's with Nick Dimel at $2 million here. Thank you, Nick. Give me 2. $2,200,000 is bid. Thank you very much indeed at $2,200,000. Next bid's going to be 4, please. At $2,200,000 now. David Rothschild's bidder at $2,200,000. $2,300,000 now at 2.3.
2.4, please.
$2,400,000 is bid. Thank you, David. 2.4. At $2,400,000. There it is. $2,500,000 at 2.5. At $2,500,000. It's back with David again at $2,500,000. Against you here at $2,500,000. I'm going to sell it at $2,500,000. Fair warning. $2,550,000. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
My pleasure. You got the no tie instruction memo, did you? 2,600,000. At $2,600,000. Thank you, Nick. At $2,600,000. It's back with Nick again at $2,700,000. Thank you, sir. $2,700,000. At $2,700,000, there it is. At $2,700,000, you're bidding at $2,700,000. Fair warning now. And selling, Nick, against you here at $2,700,000. $2,750,000. 2,750. David? David? $2,750,000. Give me 8. At $2,750,000 now. It's back with Nick Dimel. $2,800,000. Thank you very much indeed. At $2,800,000. At $2,800,000. At $2,800,000. $2,850,000 is bid. Thank you, Nick. $2,850,000. Against you now, David. You out, sir? We're out. Thank you. At $2,850,000, selling here. Fair warning. Thank you, Nick. That's panel number 245. At $2,850,000. And panel number 122 is property from the collection of Suzanne and Franklin Königsberg. Coming around here. Thank you for bringing the Polke around. Thank you so much. Here it comes. It's wonderful and important painting. Thank you very much indeed. From 1959. Always in the same collection. The Rebound. Here it is. And we're going to start the bidding here at $3,100,000, $3,200,000, $3,300,000 now, $3,300,000, $3,400,000 here, $3,400,000. Give me 5, please. At $3,400,000, $3,500,000. Nicole's bidder at $3,500,000 and selling here at $3,500,000. at 3,500,000 for this important painting at 3,500,000. It's against you in Hong Kong. It's still with Nicole at 3,500,000. It's against you, Brad, too, at 3,500,000. Nicole Schloss is bidder at 3,500,000. Head of Sotheby's Day Sales, based in New York here, of course, at 3,500,000. Thank you, Nicole. It's your bid here at 3,500,000. And selling it here, fair warning to you all, last chance, at $3,500,000. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. It's panel number 223 for 3,500,000. Thank you. And lot number 123 is the blue extent. The Kenneth Noland from 1962, the early work here, the colour field painting, and I'm going to start the bidding here at 2,300,000, at 2,300,000, 2,400,000, now at 2,400,000, at $2,400,000, at $2,400,000, any more, $2,400,000, at $2,400,000, at $2,400,000, any more, 2,400,000, at $2,400,000, at $2,400,000, $2,500,000, at $2,500,000. At $2,500,000. At $2,500,000. Gets you here at $2,500,000. At $2,500,000. Fair warning. Last chance. It's against you, Jackie, for $2,500,000. It's a pass at $2,500,000. Lot number 124. Property from an important European collection is the Jean-Michel Basquiat, The Untitled from 1982. And I'm starting here at 1,600,000, 1,700,000, 1,800,000, $2 million. Thank you, Greg. At $2 million with Greg Warbia, 2,500,000 with Jack in against you now, Gregoire, at 2,500,000. Give me 6, sir. At 2,500,000, 2,600,000 is bid. With Lisa Dennison at 2,600,000. There it is, at $2,600,000. 2,700,000. Try 8, please. At $2,700,000 here. On this side, at $2,700,000. Still with Jackie Wagter at $2,700,000 and selling it here. Fair warning for $2,700,000. Thank you, Jackie. It's 27. Panel number 241. And lot number 125, the Ellsworth Kelly, the Grey Curve Relief, property of an important private collection in Chicago. And starting here at $900,000 at $900,000, $950,000, $1 million now, $1 million, $1,100,000. At $1,100,000. At $1,100,000. 1 1. $1,100,000. At $1,100,000. 1,600,000. Elizabeth, thank you. At $1,600,000 with Elizabeth Webb. On the telephone here, it's your bid, Elizabeth, at $1,600,000. Still with Elizabeth and selling here, it's at $1,600,000. Thank you, Elizabeth Webb, at $1,600,000. Fair warning for $1,600,000. Thank you, Elizabeth. It's yours. L0011. Thank you. And 126, of course, is the next of the wonderful David Hammond's body prints. Still one more to go after this. This time from 1975, the grease and dry pigment on paper here, the multicolored work, of course, signed and dated. And I'm starting the bidding here. At $300,000, at $300,000, $350,000, $400,000, $450,000 out, $450,000. At $450,000. $500,000, thank you. With Jackie at $500,000 here. On this side again at $500,000. No, I'll take 50 next. At $500,000. At $500,000, $550,000. Thank you, Ashkan. At $550,000. $600,000. Next bid's 50. At $600,000. No, at $600,000. Thank you. On this side here at $600,000. $650,000. Thank you, Barmay. At $650,000. Try 700,000. At $650,000. Still with Barmay again at $650,000. And against you, Simon, on this side at $650,000. Give me 7. At $650,000. You're bidding, madam, at $650,000. At $650,000. It's here on this side. Against you here at $650,000. It's not yours, Simon, either, at $650,000. Steady on, Barmy. At $650,000. On this side, at $650,000. I'm selling it here, fair warning, at $650,000. Thank you very much indeed. 255, thank you, sir. And lot number 127 is the penultimate work, obviously from the sale, but the last work by David Hammond's, another untitled body print here, thank you, from 1975. And starting at 400,000, 450,000, 500,000, 550,000, at $550,000, $550. At $550,000. At $550,000. Anyone else? 550,000. 600,000, ladies bid. Thank you, madam. At $600,000 is your bid here. It's $600,000 on the aisle. 600,000, 650,000. Thank you, Gregoire. It's 650 now. Say 7. 650,000, 700,000 is bid now. At $700,000. Ladies bid. At $700,000. Against you, Gregoire. It's $700,000. So ladies bid is $700,000. It's your bid, madam. I'm going to sell it here. Fair warning. $750. Try 8. At $750. It's with Gregoire Beer now. It's $750,000. Against you, madam. It's $750,000. Take one more. It's $750,000. Looking for 8, please. It's $750,000. There it is. $775,000. Next bid's going to be $800,000. At $775,000. It's not yours, Greg. At $775,000. Fair warning to you. Last chance. $800,000. No. At $800,000 with Greg and selling, madam. Last chance. At $825,000. Say 25. It's $825,000. Looking for 50, Greg. At $825,000. Ladies bid. Here it is still in the room. Say 50. At $825,000. Here at $825,000, Greg. I have to hurry you now. At $825,000. $850,000. Bidding? At $850,000, madam. Do you want to say $875,000? At $850,000, there it is. It's with Greg and selling now this time for $850,000. Have to hurry you, madam. Yes, no? Here it is at $850,000, madam. Please come in here. At $850,000, fair warning. Are you out? Selling here, last chance, to Greg. Thank you so much. Panel number 212 at $850,000. Which leads us, ladies and gentlemen, to the very last lot of this evening's sale. Last of the evening lots for the week sale, but please come back, obviously, for our day sale tomorrow. Drawn together the collection of Marcia and Stanley Gumberg, featuring modern masterworks on paper, of course. Wonderful works already sold on Tuesday evening, including that memorable de Kooning painting. But here it is, the 1985 Sean Scully. And I'm starting the bidding here at $600,000, 600,000, 650,000, 700,000, 750,000, out $750,000. $800,000. Thank you, Ben. At $800,000 now. At $800,000. Any more? At $800,000. Against you, Alex. At $800,000. At $800,000. On this side, at $800,000. And against you, Alex. At $850,000. $900,000 could be 50. $950,000, $975,000, $1 million, how? $1,100,000. And against you, Noah here, $1,100,000. And Alex here, $1,200,000.
Take a 50?
Yes, last lot. $1,250,000. At $1,250,000, and against you too, $1,300,000. Thank you. Say 50. 1.4. I took ahead of you, Alex. It's a $1,400,000. Noah Horowitz is bid at $1,400,000 here. Give me 5. At $1,400,000. $1,500,000 is bid here for the Scully. $1,550,000 from the Gumberg collection at $1,550,000. Say 6, sir. Oh. At $1,550,000. At $1,550,000. Alex? At $1,550,000. $1,600,000.
1,650.
$1,650,000. $1,650,000 against you both. At $1,650,000. 1,650. At $1,650,000. Alex? Doing some rapid calculations. At $1,650,000. You want to come in? At $1,650,000. Selling here, fair warning, at $1,650,000 against you, Alex. And with a new world record prize for Sean Scully, breaking records at Sotheby's, the last lot from the Gumbo collection at $1,650,000. Oh. I need a drink. Let's go, come on. It's been a long week. At $1,650,000. Anybody else need a drink? Yes, exactly. Come on, guys, let's do this. At $1,650,000. Noah, are you out? Final lot. Fair warning and selling at $1,650,000. There it goes. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed. $1,650,000. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, just before we go, I wanted to draw your attention to Gerhard Richter's sublime cloud study, the contre-jour, that has joined us in the auction room this evening. One of the most exquisite compositions from this outstanding cloud series from the artist's 1970 painting. Was last on offer exactly 20 years ago at Sotheby's in London, where it will be returning next month for our modern and contemporary evening auction on the 29th of June with an estimate of £6 to £8 million. And in the meantime, please join us for the contemporary day auction from 10 a.m. tomorrow here in New York, which will mark the conclusion of what has been a season to remember thus far. Good night. Thank you.